Yo, 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 welcome to Ship Chasing. It is Sunday night. It is the hotly anticipated Listener League. I am joined by my tri-managed buddies, Patrick Carrain and Davis Mattek. Are you ready to battle with some well-informed sharp drafters tonight, guys?
I'm ready.
No, I've been drafting against FFPC grinders for the last month, so I'm not ready to draft against people who are good.
Yeah, so if you guys are tuning in, we had a little raffle to get people into this listener league. We're going to be drafting on the KFFSC tonight. It is a 28-round best ball draft. I am begging everyone to please make your picks in a timely manner. Otherwise, we will be here all night.
I don't think there's a commissioner in this draft room. So if you time out, that's it. That's the pick. That you can't roll anything back. There's a 60-second clock here. So
if you accidentally draft Marlon Mack and you start crying, the commissioner will not roll it back for you.
Unprofessional.
Geez, okay. I'm just checking in on some of these names right now. This is the beauty of listener leagues. You make one reference to the MILF Hunter on a stream, and then someone is named the MILF Hunter. We have the Sheep Chasers along with the Ship Chasers. It's going to be a good night.
This is exciting. We've got ourselves drafting out of the 11 hole. Pete, I was going to say, you should bring up the draft room and just put people in our queue. I don't think there's really any point in playing coy about what we're trying to do here.
Oh, we're not playing coy.
Yeah, I mean, everyone in this draft has listened to at least 5 episodes of Ship Chasing, if not more.
I do have the draft up. Yeah.
Okay, good. I do too. But
Okay.
Like usual, I'm drinking and driving tonight. This is how broken my brain is for doing these.
Yeah, you're Pavlovian school night drinking.
I was like, well, I just have to pour myself a glass of tequila on the rocks because we're live streaming a draft. It's bad.
I think my brain might be a little bit more broken because we're moving out of the apartment that we've been in for 6 years, and Brittany found some champagne that'd been sitting around, and she just popped it. It's warm, but I was like, oh, I can drink this on the pod. That's perfect. We did cheers briefly.
There you go. Congratulations on the new apartment. I assume you've already been to a few of the local speakeasies.
I have checked out, that's part of scouting the area you want to move to.
Well, did you move to a less hipstery area, Pat?
I don't know. I mean, it's definitely a less happening area, but it's
are the speakeasies just inside of a tuxedo rental shop instead of through a phone booth and underneath the cemetery?
There's plenty of hipster spots to go to, but if you want the get in through the phone booth type of vibe, you should probably stick around here.
There you go. Pat, let me get you the YouTube link here. The draft is underway. Christian McCaffrey goes 101. I will be doing play-by-play on every pick.
Why didn't the bid equity, the bid equity in this draft for going Michael Thomas was so high? I think I would have not been able to not do it if I was there.
Perry is she's an edge grinder. She's looking to just get out here to take advantage of the bid equity guys and just to hammer us. That's what she's doing.
So okay. Go ahead, Pat.
Well, this draft, just for anyone who's unfamiliar with the format, it's similar to FFPC, but it is not tight end premium. And one of the flexes is converted to a wide receiver spot. So there's a couple different, those two tweaks make wide receiver more valuable.
Bigly.
Yeah. And we're in a room where people are going to take wide receivers a lot earlier than we would typically see. So I just don't want to have bad wide receivers. That's my only goal for this draft, is to have wide receivers we can be proud of.
No. I'm sure Davis will try to talk us into Cam Akers in the 4th or some bullshit.
Oh,
well, no, that's the thing is the running backs are going to go so late. We're just going to be able to scoop. Now we would be remiss to not start the show asking Pat, how are you doing, buddy? How did you take? I was driving on the highway when I saw the Jalen Reagor news, and I briefly considered pulling over, to kind of gather myself before I kept driving. How did it find you?
Yeah, it found me out as we were taking care of some errands for the move, and I still found some time to refresh Twitter constantly. I guess ultimately when you see a guy go down, come up holding his wrist, then they said it might be his wrist, it might be his arm, it might be his shoulder. I worried for a little bit that it might be his collarbone. That's sort of the type of
collarbone's
thing.
really bad.
Yeah, so I think to have the report now that it's a small tear in his labrum and he's going to be out for 4 real weeks, not necessarily 4 NFL weeks, maybe just 1 or 2 NFL weeks. It seems like a pretty close to best case scenario, but I don't know. I don't know what that means. Like, is a small tear in your labrum something that just heals in 4 weeks, or is he going to be dealing with this over the course of the season? Is it something that could flare up again? Like, it's definitely, I have a ton of Jalen Reagor. He's one of the guys, as anyone who's listening to this podcast knows, that I'm most excited about for this year. And so it's a bummer.
I don't want to make light of this, but I do, like, over the past few weeks, we've seen Pat transition from fantasy analyst to wannabe beat reporter grinder. And now I'm thinking he's going to be forced to turn to MD here to figure out what's going on with Reagor. Like, Pat's going to start moonlighting into auditing like med school classes online just so he can better understand what's going on with Reagor.
I would. If there was like a class after this that went over like the structure of the shoulder, I would hop in.
You're sick. It is such a bummer, man. It is a very big bummer.
Well, now we just all have to pivot back to Arcega-Whiteside. It's time.
I think it's John Hightower, man. I think he's
God, here we go.
What about Greg Ward?
Greg Ward, yeah, I think he could be fine. I mean, for best balls and stuff, Hightower is like a deep threat, and so I think he has the upside for a short.
We are on the clock.
You're on the clock.
Whoa. Do we want to take Kelsey or Kittle here?
I would go Kelsey, yeah.
Or Pat, am I missing anything?
Well, the next wide receiver would be like Nuke, I guess.
So how hard do we truth Evan Silva or do we truth Sean Siegel here?
I mean, I guess we can probably get Kittle coming back because Cleggs isn't going to take 2 tight ends. So it just prefers, do we want our choice of wide receiver and then grab Kittle?
I think maybe we go Kelsey.
Yeah.
Because I don't have a strong preference of these wide receivers.
Hang on. Wait 1 sec. Davis might want to make his case for Derrick Henry. I know he loves taking
don't do this. Don't do this.
All you do is post drafts where you take Derrick Henry in the first round.
No big dog here.
Davis, what do you Kelsey or Nuke here?
Kelsey for me.
All right. Let's do Kelsey.
Kelsey selected.
Let's see what Cleggs does here. This draft is sick. Let's see. Does Cleggs? Let's see how far we can push the big dog down.
Let's see. Yeah, Derrick Henry, I think, goes in like the Fournette range.
I'll PayPal. No, I should probably not say so. I was gonna say like I'll PayPal everyone in this league $20 if they push Derrick Henry down to the 3rd. But then I was like, that could get expensive really quickly. That offer is off the table. I'm not PayPaling $300 for a bit. Although I've spent more on a bit. Don't question me.
We don't.
I mean, you've spent a lot of money. I mean, we went on a quite nice vacation to New York City on a bit, Peter.
We did Patrick Laird parlays as a bit.
As a bit. We got limited.
Like the last 3 weekends we've hung out have been bits.
My entire life is a bit. Okay, fuck it. This is the problem with talking our thing. DeAndre Hopkins goes.
I don't really want to take Hopkins. Silva's starting to get to me with the Hopkins stuff. Not even so much that, but Schefter just said on the ETR podcast that he would not be drafting DeAndre Hopkins in his fantasy leagues at all.
What was Schefter's reason?
Oh, that might not be published yet. But
breaking news on the Ship Chasing Listener League stream.
Sucks for you, Cleggs.
That he said, Schefter said that Hopkins doesn't like his contract and has basically had like 1 practice with Kyler at this point.
Are we going Godwin here?
Oh, I was thinking Miles Sanders, but that's just the sheep in me. I know everyone just wants to draft the wide. Like, if we're going to draft an injured guy, Godwin hasn't practiced in a week.
We're not even getting a good discount on Miles Sanders here.
Yeah,
with
it's basically
injury.
his ADP.
Yeah.
We are reaching pretty hard for these wide receivers, but I don't know
wide
how many
receivers aren't coming back.
they're not coming back. Yeah. So
I think we got to go
take
Godwin, Davis.
I mean, I'm fine with Godwin.
Unless there's another wide receiver.
This is Godwin like 9 spots ahead of his last 4 days ADP though.
But this is a different draft. This is an entire different thing.
Yeah. The
Read
ADP
the
is
room.
not going to apply.
Read the room, Davis.
Well, I mean,
you want to go 3 straight running backs.
If we were really going to reach, I would want to take Cooper personally.
Amari Cooper?
Yeah, Cooper
Fine.
would be the guy I would go for.
I'll take Amari Cooper.
I'll give Davis an olive branch. Amari Cooper it is. Amari Cooper at 2-2. Let's do it.
This is how you chase a ship.
This is okay. So you've just been. When did you become an ETR grinder, Davis? You got Silva pushing you off Hopkins and now pushing you onto Amari.
Cooper, I have had Cooper ranked higher than those guys all offseason. He's my wide receiver. He's my wide receiver 5.
You're a Silva sheep. You draft the big dog. You onslaught the Cowboys. Oh, jeez.
Oh, man.
Look at the tight ends, dude. This is we have an efficient room. We have pushed. This is what a draft board should look like, folks.
Andrews is such a smash this year.
Okay. So I did say to you guys, I am going to, against my better judgment, drop the StreamYard link in the Listener League chat. I need you guys to assemble in an orderly fashion. If you all try to come in at the same time, I can't.
It will not be orderly.
It will not. We're gonna do one at a time. You can come for a round or so, and then I'm gonna boot you, and I will be merciless. Everyone, you have to audition. You have to bring props. You have to have 5 minutes of tight stand up. Otherwise, you get booed off the street. I'm just kidding. No, we want to hang out and meet some of you guys. Put some names to usernames. What are the rules?
Yeah.
What are the rules mixing up the ADP I'm used to? The rules are drafting with a bunch of smart ideological drafters. That's the rule.
This is our Listener League draft, so we're expecting people to change it up a little bit, and we don't want to be left out in the cold at wide receiver.
No, we should say, I think we mentioned at the top, but just in case, again, this is a 28-round best ball draft. I mean, I need Davis looking up kicker contracts right now.
I've already done some of the NFC 35-round ones, so I'm good for this.
Okay, all right. Davis is going to carry us through the kicker and defensive stretch. It's also 3rd-round reversal, so we will actually get to pick a little earlier than normal, and the last thing is you can start an extra wide receiver, and in this format, you can't start 4 running backs like you can in the FFPC format. So those are the big wrinkles. It pushes us to more wide receiver heavy constructions, and it's also not tight end premium. I think those are all the differences that people wouldn't be caught up on.
Yep, that's right.
Big dog at 2.5.
Yoshi. He's too high T. I think we might have made a mistake here in the Listener League, boys.
Yoshi, wow.
He starts Dalvin Cook, Miles Sanders. I think all RB starts are banned in this league. So
this was actually a smoke out operation to find all of the robust running back truthers, and we will be blocking you from downloading future episodes. Sheep Chasers is indeed a sheep. Sheep Chasers, it feels like that game of telephone where you go ship chasers, sheep chasers, steeple chasers. I think that's the next iteration. If someone wants to change their name to steeple chasers on the fly, like Guilds does, a real Guilds move halfway through the draft, changing your team name.
That would be great if someone changed their name in this draft to Guilds.
Mike Evans, very nice pick there. This will be really interesting to see with these teams who started with the running back. Are they going to have the heart, the constitution to pull the trigger on a wide receiver when it feels early?
Mm-hmm.
We're going CeeDee Lamb in the 3rd. I mean, we won't blink.
We got to get that stack, man.
Well, I thought we were going Ronald Jones in the 3rd.
See, that's the conundrum, right? Because you don't want to take running backs, but, Ronald Jones is basically Josh Jacobs who's going to score more touchdowns. So you might as well might as well go Jones if you finally break.
Oh, Josh Jacobs might be an undrafted free agent in this league. Like I think we might see Darrell Williams go before Josh Jacobs.
Sports alerts, please. We are out of the 11 hole. Davis, Patrick, and I are drafting, and we decided to grab Amari Cooper 4 rounds ahead of ADP to kick things off.
We probably could have gotten him on the 3rd round reversal. He usually goes in the 3rd.
I actually, MILF Hunter might be going with the Dallas onslaught. I guess seen it. Oh no, he goes Joe Mixon.
Oh wow, this draft is out of high T control.
Now, is MILF Hunter auto picking? Is that an auto draft?
He might have his Q set. I don't know.
Who the hell is MILF Hunter?
But those asterisks do mean
MILF Hunter's Ray, I think.
Ray?
Yeah.
I don't care if you're at like a very nice brunch in Hong Kong right now. You need to get off a fucking auto draft, man.
Maybe he just lets it go down and picks off his queue or something. Because I saw you actually messaged in the
Well,
DM.
I mean, we do know someone who does kind of like to do that as a bit, but not as a bit.
I don't know what you mean.
Oh man.
Overzet has the nimblest fingers, and well, now the draft is paused, or it was.
Look, we have our first guest, Mr. Paul Bergeron. How we doing, buddy?
Hey, how's it going, guys?
Welcome to the stream. Let's check in on your start. Tyreek Hill, Mark Andrews seems pretty optimal to me. How you feeling about that?
I feel good about it. I was looking for Kittle there, but I took Andrews with the best ball. Wanted to jump on at least one tight end and then let it ride from there. So
very nice, very nice. Any other strategies you are taking into consideration for tonight? I think this room is a fairly uncharacteristic one than we're used to seeing.
Yeah, I think the ADP is going to be pretty wild through the first 10 rounds at least. So still kind of thinking about taking an early QB, but like all you guys looking at Sean stuff, still looking at QBs in that 6 to 10 round range.
So Cleggs is on the clock here, right? With our 3rd round reversal.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So let's talk, guys. I mean, to me, this is like what? Calvin Ridley, AJ Brown territory?
Yeah. AJ Brown's in the queue.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cleggs, I dare you.
Cleggs,
I fucking dare you to take AJ Brown.
I love
Josh
that.
Jacobs still on the board, by the way.
Pete has no player level takes. He only
he took AJ Brown, dude.
Fuck you, Cleggs.
Why taking Calvin Ridley?
Yeah, we're telling you that's who we wanted all along. Silva has him as
what about Kenny Galladay?
I prefer Ridley. Silva has him as his wide receiver 4.
What about you, David?
Davis, who do you want?
I mean Galladay, right? He's the alpha, but I don't really care.
I guess
Galladay. I think that's
all right. When we were gonna try manage, I didn't know I was gonna get overruled on every pick.
Well, I'll let you have this one, Pete, because I truly don't
no. Take Galladay. I don't care.
All right.
The thing about Pete is he has no specific player level takes, but weirdly, AJ Brown is his one player level take where he's no, this guy's fucking awesome. I want AJ Brown on all my teams.
Yeah, but then he taunts the guy, and he wasn't going to take AJ Brown if you didn't taunt him. He would have taken Kenny Galladay.
Every pick that Cleggs has made, I have referenced as a potential pick for us.
That's true.
Paul.
Yeah,
we're very curious who you just took right there.
I was taking either one that you guys didn't take, so that was exactly my 2 that I was looking
Paul, where do you get your ideas from?
a couple websites to look at. So.
And Paul, let's get a little whatever you're comfortable with, biographical information, where are you broadcasting from? What's your deal, man?
I'm in Hudson, New York now. I lived in New York City for about 10 years. Went to art school. Grew up in Alaska. So that's kind of where I'm at now. I was in Ridgewood, Greenpoint.
I'm forgetting the name of the big city, or the backwoods of Alaska.
Well, Anchorage is the big city. I'm
Anchorage.
I grew up 40 miles north from there, Paul.
I think you do look familiar from that. Is that the biopic Into the Wild? That was about you.
Yeah, the beard's a dead giveaway.
I like what kind of art do you do?
I went to school for painting. I mostly kind of do sculpture now. Work for art handling company in the city for a long time, and yeah, we moved upstate. Not because of the corona, but just it kind of worked out. We were moved up in March, so we're just.
Can you sculpt us a bust of LaVisca Chenault?
Yeah, I can.
Or Ronald Jones. Or maybe you can sculpt Jalen Reagor a new functional shoulder.
Yeah. Please do.
Yes, to update Eric, Pat did mention he's drinking warm champagne to celebrate moving into a new apartment where he promptly left his girlfriend to draft a 28-round best ball team.
Things are going great.
Pat, where did you move to?
We're moving to Fort Greene.
Okay,
Yeah.
Paul, what's the speakeasy scene like in Hudson?
Right now, it's not much. There's not a lot going on right now because of the corona. But
Yeah, I think all you need to do is walk down the street, open up a manhole cover, and you'll be in luck.
drop in.
Did you have a favorite speakeasy while you were here?
There was one in Long Island City, Dutch Kills, that I would go to every once in a while, but I was mostly local bar place called Cobra Club is where I would go most of the time. So that was just a dive bar. So
what other what's your portfolio for fantasy looking like? What other leagues do you play in?
Mostly local leagues. I did a few on FFPC. I did a couple with the drafters. I did the Eliminator League with you, the Overzet one. So I'm in not going crazy, but about 20, 25 right now. So
what's your I've been trying to find my zen with waiver wire stuff this year because it's going to be so intense. Do you have any revolutionary thoughts that you've had? I've just been trying to solicit advice from people on waiver wire stuff.
On waiver wire, no. I mean, most of the stuff that I do now is fab. So I think similar to what you guys do is I'm trying to jump on the early breakouts and let it go from there. So
yeah, hopefully I don't have any fab left in the league by week 6. That'd be really ideal.
That's kind of how I roll too. You either hit it. I don't know. I guess you can wait till the end and see if you hit something late before the playoffs. But I feel like you either hit it or you don't, and you just kind of gotta go with it.
This is the problem. I think, Davis, are you in charge of managing our fab for a couple of leagues? We're going to find out you spent it all on Brian Hill week 1.
Hey, buddy. Brian Hill. Ship taking is the best team that you guys have drafted this offseason. I say that pretty confidently.
It has the best running backs.
We got 6-round values on Antonio Gibson and Zach Moss, yeah.
The prophecy is so true, man. I was in the underdog draft. Zach Moss is going 7-2 to 7.
He's going ahead of Singletary now.
Yeah, it's completely jumped the shark.
Underdog is efficient.
Well, so Ray.
What is Ray?
He's auto drafting, dude.
3 RB start.
Okay, Kevin just let him know in the group chat. I was like, what the hell is going on with Ray? I mean, this guy. He must be eating just a steak and eggs breakfast right now in Hong Kong, just hammering this. He set his cue. Or no, honestly, this is really funny if it's all auto drafted. It's just all the running backs that the FFPC guys will take 10 rounds.
No, that's what it is. It's literally just the queue is just picking up the guys that everyone else is skipping past.
Yeah. This will be such a gross turn for us here. And now we're gonna have Paul sniping us too. That's Paul, right. Just know that this
quietly.
If you take one of our guys, I will just boot you from the stream. I'll be so pissed.
Well, at least give me 3 options, and then I'll.
Paul, we're getting into good Le'Veon Bell, Leonard Fournette, David Johnson.
Huge values, dude. Huge values.
How many touches, dude?
Don't you know how many touches Leonard Fournette's gonna get?
You're an artist. You got nice calluses on your hands from that sculpting to catch those falling knives, Paul.
I do have to say, Ray's going to get Leonard Fournette.
Ray, I can't wait. What are you doing, dude? Ray, let me guess. No, this is my conspiracy theory. Ray is setting his cue but auto draft so he doesn't have to take full responsibility for his high T draft. Huh. What do you think about that?
I think you're onto something.
I mean, he just commented in chat, though.
He's here. He's just. Oh, this is some sick shit from Ray.
What if Ray is actually an undercover high T drafter?
Oh my god, I wouldn't be surprised.
Whereas our buddy Kevin, the FF engineer, he is staying true to his roots, even if it means taking Keenan Allen in the 4th round.
I can't believe we just try to do a nice thing for our community, and there's a fucking mole in here drafting 4 running backs to start. What the hell? Paul, what are we looking at? Talk us through your thought process.
I have always loved Diggs, but I don't love his situation this year, and it just seems a little early. I mean, I think I'm either looking at Bobby Trees or I'm going to jump and go to Gallup or Marquise Hollywood.
Yeah. Bobby Trees does go to the Sheep Chasers.
Yeah. So we'll see what Harbs does here. And
I bet Harbs takes Gallup. I'll play some money on Harbs taking Gallup.
yeah, and then it's either then
Are we taking?
Hey, be quiet. Be quiet for 1 second. Just let Paul pick. I have a guy that I want that I don't want Paul to take. He's taking Marquise Brown, and then we'll get our guy.
Yeah. I'm wondering if it's the same guy, though.
Think so.
No, you took Fuller. That's what.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say.
Marquise Brown.
Hey, do we take Mahomes here?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. Look at all you sheep just zagging. Well, we're gonna zig.
Well, let's not give too much credit. I thought we'd be able to go Mahomes Fuller, not realizing what was happening.
Yeah. Or
guys show too much. I know the deal.
Or do we just take Marquise Brown and then get whatever quarterback comes back? Or
we have Kelsey, so I kind of like Mahomes.
I want to take Mahomes more.
All right, then our wide receiver sitch is gonna get real gross.
It's gonna get gross. That's true.
No, it's not, because there's a really good wide receiver here that is Sean Siegel endorsed.
All right, you had me at Sean Siegel. Take Mahomes.
All right. Are we sure this is still a little early for quarterback? Do we want to skip Mahomes?
Whatever. This is Davis's team. Just let him do it.
All right.
No, it's not.
Patrick Mahomes, Davis. I hope you're happy. This is the listener league. We got to make our listener happy.
Oh, God. I can't. Cleggs. What's Cleggs doing here? He follows suit. He heard us saying that I'd take one of the other two. Lamar Jackson. Guarantee he takes Lamar here. Fucking sheep.
I have no Mahomes in 12 teams, so it's kind of nice. Diversify here.
At least we can talk freely about our pick here without Paul sniping us. I see him over there. I mean, you did a pump fake on us, and you didn't even need to. You were picking before us.
Or did you mean to? Was that intentional?
No, it wasn't. Yeah, it was a little. I mean, I was looking for Gallup, but if the other two were there, I was gonna just kind of play it a little bit. And
so you lied to us, Paul.
Go with my last second gut feeling. I didn't like Fuller. I mean, Fuller.
I knew it. Cleggs. I could pick every one of Cleggs.
We're on the clock. Who do you guys want?
Who did Cleggs take?
He took Marquise Brown.
I want Kirk.
I was gonna say Tyler Boyd, but Kirk makes it move more. Let's go Kirk.
Pat, you can.
I'm good with Kirk. I kind of prefer Gallup, but we're not going to stack him up.
Oh, I didn't. I thought Gallup is way better than Kirk.
But do you want to double stack Dallas without Dak?
You guys. I hope you guys.
Peter. No. We're going Kirk. We're going Kirk.
No. Take Gallup. I want to be able to continue this bit that you drafted whoever you want. I'm a fucking masochist. Gallup.
But I don't think Gallup makes sense without Dak. What do you think, Davis?
I mean, I think I have Gallup projected for like 40 more points than Kirk, and I'm pretty high on Kirk.
All right, I think we should probably go Gallup then for those projected points. What do you think, Pete?
Fuck off. I can't wait for Paul to snap pick Kirk.
Yeah. See, now I can't because I don't want anything above it.
Don't worry, I won't be mad at you. I'm just mad at Davis and Pat. Wow.
That's what I'm taking Kirk.
Yeah, Harbs, you make a good point, but we hold everyone to a higher standard than ourselves, I think is the takeaway there. It's pretty incredible. We have a CD Carter parody account in Montreal right now drinking gluten-free water. I mean, Denny's reach is truly international. Paul, I knew it. Can I, Paul? Paul, hey, Paul, you mind if I ditch these zeros and get the hero over there? We can co-manage this team. God, Paul, that team is fire, man. Look at these dumbasses over here going early round quarterback, first quarterback. God. Oh man.
And we have Pete's least favorite thing. We've really limited the optionality by doubling up on wide receivers from the same team without the quarterback.
Josh, I'll tell you what, buddy. It feels like we're spinning the wheel at every pick. That's what it feels like. Amari Cooper, Patrick Mahomes, Michael Gallup. What player does Pete like? Nope. Spin the Davis and Pat wheel. Yeah,
I do like Paul's team. Yeah,
Yeah.
Paul's good team here.
Yeah.
He should have taken Mahomes to complete that stack.
What's that, Paul?
I said I might have, yeah. I was waiting to see.
No, Fuller was the clear pick there. That's who Peter and I were both about to say, but you were on the clock.
Yeah.
You pump faked us, Paul.
Well, I was still surprised to see the quarterbacks go so late. I mean, not that it's that late, but best ball like this, I mean, you're looking at 2 or 3. So
Kyler goes ahead of ADP to a team without DeAndre Hopkins.
I wonder if Hurley knows that every fantasy analyst has done a tweet announcing that Dak is their QB3. I think Hurley must have missed that one. It might now be optimal to draft running backs, guys. It might.
No.
Yeah, they're not taking them that early. The next running backs are Todd Gurley and Leonard Fournette. There's nothing optimal about that.
Leonard Fournette. I mean, we know MILF Hunter's doing it.
Oh yeah, Ray's team is messing. Oh, Chris Carson goes to Mr. FF Engineer.
We'll know that Ray's on auto draft if he takes Todd Gurley, because that's who's in the queue.
Ray. Yeah, Ray. I'm going to get to the bottom of this mystery. I will boot you from the league right now. I'll call up Farrell, and I'll have him live remove you from the draft.
Got to do it.
So he just snap picked there.
He's
Jamison Crowder.
Ray, what is going on? Ray, I need you to come on the show right now. I don't care if you're in your pajamas. I want you to come on the show and tell us what the hell is going on with this. I haven't seen this bizarre behavior since Mr. X graced our presence.
And this is coming from the guys who took Amari Cooper at 202.
Wow. The thing is normally I have. This is where it's, I got a few drafts under my belt. I know the players that are generally available, but I don't have my FFPC command center up. Lord knows Pat doesn't have a spreadsheet where he's keeping track of this. He's just looking at the draft applet. We know that's the truth. Maybe I pull up the draft applet, try to wrestle back some control from my dictator partners.
Don't get carried away, Pete.
So this is an interesting thing. Does Antonio Gibson go ahead of the Dusty guys? Does Antonio Gibson go ahead of David Johnson, Todd Gurley, Leonard Fournette? I think he might. He
will now.
I just want you guys to know I log into our draft applet for the first time and just see that Pat has one player in the queue, Ronald Jones. He can't help himself.
Why did you say his name out loud, dude? That's who we were going to take next.
No, someone better put us out of our misery.
Don't do it, guys. Don't do it. Pete, you son of a bitch. Why would you say that?
I don't know why he'd say it out loud.
Oh, you think that you're sneaking past Ronald Jones from this crew? Get over yourself.
Leonard Fournette's still on the board. I thought I had cover.
Maybe if you would have picked Kirk for me, I wouldn't have blown up your spot like that.
You betrayed me so hard.
Mutually assured destruction.
With Paul still on the stream.
Yeah, Paul. I mean, if anyone wants to hop in here and boot Paul, I will. But until then, Paul just gets to chill. Unless Paul says something really offensive or snipes one of my picks, then I will ruthlessly boot him from the chat.
He already sniped Will Fuller. Who gets to get?
You're right, Paul. You're too nice, though. I would feel just. I would have to give you a proper goodbye.
Thanks.
Oh, Kevin, how could you?
Kevin, such a tilt equity there.
Kevin with a genuinely awesome start.
Here's the thing. Ronald Jones, with this experiment was actually a failure because Ronald Jones went after his ADP in the ship chasing listener.
Yeah, but I knew that would happen because everyone wanted the wide receivers. He went ahead of Todd Gurley, Leonard Fournette, all the terrible running backs that he should go ahead of. So
this is I'm tweeting out a link to the applet, the best available on the board right now. Not a wide receiver in sight.
Rick Road has a chub. He's like, I can't wait.
Get me in there.
I'll show these whippersnappers how to draft Leonard Fournette in the second round. Don't you know how many top 12 finishes he's had in the past?
Davis. I mean, you love him so much.
So, what are we thinking for this next pick, guys?
Not with a fucking snake in our midst. And yet when I say that, it could be referencing any of you. Some of you are I'm sure here's what we'll do. I'll throw out a player. Paul can draft him. If Paul doesn't draft him, you guys will reject him. That's the decision tree that happens here when I suggest a player.
I don't.
There actually is a player that I feel like we shouldn't mention right now because I think we'll all be happy.
Oh,
I know who it is.
I have a guess. I don't know.
When we're on the clock, we all say it on the count of three.
All right.
Down.
Okay. That's assuming we aren't sniped before then, which I'm nearly certain we will be. Tyler Higbee went.
Okay.
That's interesting because
reveals his wool.
I mean, yeah, Darren Waller's going to be like a 12th round pick in this league.
I'm very high on Higbee. I own a lot of him in best ball where Pete can't force me to not take him.
Yeah. Good.
Yeah.
Enjoy your shares. I'll keep drafting Gerald Everett in the second to last guy. Paul, what are you doing here, buddy? Don't try to pump fake me. I'll see right through you.
I'm waiting one sec for this pick.
Harv's is it? No, you don't get to come on our stream and sit and hold intelligence.
I'm taking Hardman if he's
there. Dude, come on. You Pat, you're going double Casey wide receiver without Mahomes?
That's right.
I'm just angry with you, Paul.
Peace out, Paul.
Booted.
Paul.
So yeah, Hardman was going to be
Hardman.
Guy, right?
Were we all going to say Hardman on the
100% Hardman.
Okay,
Hardman makes so much sense for our team.
That is so brutal.
So I think
I'm going to make a case for someone. And Pat, you have a guy in over here. I think Deebo Samuel is going to be back. I think he is undervalued right now. I am not worried about it. I like Deebo Samuel.
I don't like that at all.
I don't like it one bit.
Then let me hear your suggestion.
Darius Slayton.
Don't like that.
Okay, let me hear your suggestion, Davis.
What about Jerry Jeudy?
I was gonna say Antonio Gibson.
A running back in this economy?
We got 20 seconds, guys.
Deebo.
I would literally rather take Sammy Watkins than Deebo.
Oh, get out of here. What is your problem with Deebo?
Let's find. Oh, you know what, Pete? We're taking Deebo.
Give me Deebo, and I'll show you guys what's up. Well, no, I want to honestly hear what is your objection to Deebo?
I don't like hurt players.
He's not healthy.
I don't like to draft hurt players.
Well, Pat, last I checked, you haven't started taking MD classes at night, and what I'm reading on The Athletic in the first paragraph before it cuts off to the paywall is that it's going to be fun.
is that it's 14. It's 14.
I love the idea of Pete grinding before the paywall. He's reading every article every time the paywall hits. He goes, "Fuck."
That was one of the better jokes in ship chasing history. That was second funniest to the time that Pat, the squad manager draft, said, "Do we even really need a second running back?" But it was on accident. And Peter was the one that realized that it was funny.
Oh man.
Oh God.
Kevin, don't question my Deebo pick, okay? I mean, if you're going to take Chris Carson as your running back 1 in the 5th, you have no legs to stand on.
So
You know, Blakes is taking Darius Slayton. Who went?
He
Mark
took Ingram. Well, you don't even want Slayton, so I don't think there's much.
I do like Slayton, but I prefer Debo over him, so I'm happy to take Slayton here.
I
David,
like
that.
You must not like him that much since you're saying that while Cleggs is deciding who to take.
Let's think on this next pick. I really don't like Slayton, Pat. I would rather take injured Jalen Reagor. I really would.
Reagor's gone, dude. He went before Ronald Jones.
Holy cow. Do you guys want to take a running back?
DeAndre Swift, Zach Moss.
You just said you don't like injured players. You cannot push for DeAndre Swift after slamming Debo.
I feel in my head that Swift isn't actually injured. Like I feel like it's fake.
Get out of here. That is just like screaming bias right there.
It is. No, it really is.
God, I can't believe that we got sniped on Hardman.
That Paul just screwed. He hasn't even dropped off from the call. He's like still in the waiting room area here. And I just like see his curtain. Look at this. It's just his curtain right there. No, Paul. Paul's in a 2-round timeout for the Mecole Hardman night.
All right, so
we're
on the clock. We got Darius Slayton, I think.
We take Zach Moss, I think.
I think we take Slayton, dude.
Wait, no, you like Zach Moss over Dobbins?
Oh yeah, I mean they're both good.
Let's do Dobbins.
You don't want to do Slayton.
I just really
John
don't
wanted
like
to
Darius
take him
Slayton.
over Reagor in our in our football guys.
I like Slayton or Dobbins. I'll do either of those.
Sean is not going to bat 1,000.
I'll boot Davis for a sec after that comment.
All right, if we go Dobbins, I don't know. I don't like going running back this early. What do you think?
I'm okay with Davis gets uncomfortable with ideological drafts. I say
Let's keep it ideological, dude.
Well, I was going to say I'd rather take Ayuk than Slayton.
Okay, keep your record straight on these injured players that you do and don't mind.
Well, if we're gonna take an injured 49ers wide receiver, we might just corner the market.
Davis is just trying to set it up for the quadruple backdoor stack with Kendrick Bourne.
Dude, you know I'm a big fan of just like lobbing the stacks together.
Oh my god.
Man, I can't believe we got sniped on Hardman. Bring Paul in for a second.
Paul, it is awkward when you're still in the waiting room there. It's like you're lurking. And when you come back, you're just going to start yelling and screaming and thrashing about.
No, he's just going to troll. He's just going to troll.
Let me ask you, was the Hardman pick because you just want as many pieces of the Chiefs offense as you can get?
And then he just,
or was it purely just troll equity?
No, I'm trying not to troll equity on this one. I'm trying to.
Yeah. Where'd you get your idea about J.K. Dobbins, Paul?
Oh man! All right.
I posted the available wide receivers on Twitter, and this dude just replied, "What the fuck?"
Wow, Harbs takes the dusty RB plunge with David Johnson.
Yeah.
Round 7.
I don't know.
Way ahead of Sean Siegel's ranking outside of the top 100.
Little rich for David Johnson.
Think about the people looking at the best available running backs just frothing at them. Get me in, listener league. I wouldn't have let Leonard Fournette flip past the second, dude. Are you fucking kidding me?
I mean, the FFPC grinders are looking at this board, and they are losing it.
Farrell, please include this in the ADP for KFFSC.
all the Kentucky guys just pulling up. Gosh darn! If I didn't tell you, this is the funkiest damn draft I ever seen. As Pat pours some more warm champagne.
As Pat makes me draft Darius Slayton in the 7th
I lined up
round.
a bucket of ice water to put the cup in, so it's kind of getting cold as I drink it.
Everybody needs to relax. Visca's going off the board here very soon.
I mean, why didn't we just take Visca over Slayton?
Dude, we should have taken.
Yeah. Oh, if we couldn't reach a consensus, that was kind of the obvious move there.
I still am confused by what Ray is doing because he keeps saying he's here. Is he? But the auto drafting thing, is the clock going down or is it snap picking?
Ray may want to get back to bed, so he might be on auto draft and then just adjusting his queue.
Wait, you're saying he's taking little mini power naps in between each pick because he's in the chat?
No, I'm saying that Ray's doing his best to get this over with as soon as possible.
Oh, I see what he's. Yeah.
Oh, okay. He's drafting off of his queue. Okay, I think I got you. I do like the idea of him doing the power naps in between each draft. Because in my mind, Ray lives in Hong Kong. He goes to this giant ass brunch every day, stays up late grinding drafts, wakes up in a flummox. So I gotta draft. I'm on the clock. Gotta set my queue. All right, here's Ray. I'll call in at halftime. Watching the Nuggets game. Look at this guy, just multi. You better call in, Ray. I got to get Paul out of here, man. He just keeps taking players.
Kick me out.
Kick me out.
If I take Sammy next, will you kick me out then?
No,
Yeah,
don't
we'll
even say his
definitely
name out loud, dude.
You got to triple up the Chiefs without Mahomes.
Yeah, no MILF is safe in Hong Kong with Ray wandering the streets.
I would like to remind the listeners that there is a prize for this league. We are not going to get it, but you could. So you don't have to snipe every guy we want.
Sometimes the greatest prize of all is just being in our good graces. You ever think about that, Paul?
Yeah. Every day, Pete.
Man.
Wow, this draft is going to take forever. The chances of me getting through 28 rounds are so low.
You know what? Maybe I do need to extend my PayPal offer again. If you pick every pick within 5 seconds. Here's the thing, guys. It's a double standard. I need you guys to all be more like Ray. I need you to set your auto draft queue. I need you
to take AJ Green.
Wow, he is off auto draft there. He finally had a come to Jesus moment where he looked in the mirror and he slapped his face and said, am I really going to take the injured 36-year-old wide receiver here? Yeah, I am.
Let's look at Perry's team here because it's quite good. She got Dak. She got CD paired up. She actually got some running backs, Christian McCaffrey and Jonathan Taylor, then Juju, Preston Williams, Cooper Kupp. Although Cooper Kupp's dealing with an ankle injury, but it's not supposed to be that serious. It's a pretty solid team.
She like really, I got to give her like a slight docking for missing the bid equity of taking Michael Thomas
for sure.
Overall, though,
can we talk about this though? So we love looking at draft boards and just tilting our face off at the bad picks. And now here we are. Todd Gurley and Leonard Fournette are available in round 8. Okay, this is truly the other side of the coin.
Antonio Gibson just went.
Antonio Gibson over Todd Gurley and Leonard Fournette.
Beautiful. Well done, Perry.
Oh my God. I absolutely love it. I can't imagine the tilt when the grinders see this draft board. What is this fucking league's an entire bit? That's what it is. You're not vacuuming up Leonard Fournette's 400 carries this year. You fucking idiots. Oh my goodness.
The grinders, dude. The grinders are looking at at Yoshi's team though.
Leonard Fournette just went
to Duffy. Okay, I was gonna say, how upset is Milf Hunter taking Josh Jacobs in the 3rd when he could have had Todd Gurley in the 8th? There goes Todd Gurley.
Frankly, he could have had Josh Jacobs in the 8th.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, without the auto pick, how long does Josh Jacobs go?
Another 2 rounds, I think.
Yeah.
I loved it. I was doing an underdog draft today. My favorite sight to see the guy at the turn going Josh Jacobs, Nick Chubb.
Nick Chubb.
Bang. It's just so good.
Yeah.
Perry, you get a medal for passing on Leonard Fournette there. That was beautiful.
It was. It really was.
I mean, Frank, he's a good guy. But come on, wasn't the whole bit to let Leonard Fournette be undrafted in this thing?
I really wanted Farrell to look up at the board yesterday. Hot damn, your listeners are into some weird shit, fellas. I don't know what you're telling them to do on that stream, but it's some funky ass drafting. I'll tell you that much. I haven't seen someone draft this crazy since Amarillo Slim in our 4-man draft back in 1967. Oh my goodness. I know what's about to happen.
I know what's about to happen too.
I know what's about to happen. I'm just going to get out in front of it. Bye, Paul.
You can't give him the equity of being on stream.
What are we thinking with this next pick, guys?
Okay. Paul did officially drop off from the waiting room.
Well, I was going to say Brandon Ayuk, but Sheep Chasers grabbed him.
Paul.
Oh, I know who Paul's about to take.
Yeah, we know who Paul's about.
We all know who he's about. I mean, Pat, this cue you have is just like the worst thing ever.
Hey, dude. Hard to let him get it. Hard stole him.
Producer, roll the clip.
All right, well done to Harp. Someone in the chat is going, you didn't want Brandon Ayuk. You want? Yeah, I know. I wanted LaVisca, but I knew he wasn't coming.
Zach Moss.
Let's go Zach Moss. Davis, can you talk me through your come to Jesus on Zach Moss? Because you are very anti-Zach Moss for most of the early.
Davis now loves fat, slow players. It's his brand now.
If you're going to have the take that running backs don't matter, and they don't, and all the beats are saying he's catching all the passes, he's getting all this work, and all the positive all the drum beats are going one direction, you're an idiot to ignore it. Also, you would not take Zach Moss. You did not click the button.
I did just now.
Some of us got bedtimes on school nights.
I think I clicked Thaddeus Moss, guys.
Hang on, real quick. What is your favorite part of the LaVisca hype reel? Mine is when he just absolutely truck sticks that defender.
No, I like when he shakes the guy like he's a point guard, at the top of the key, trying to set up the jump shot.
Yeah, that's really nice. I like that catch over the middle too.
I prided myself in putting that together to showcase his many strengths. The toe tap catch on the sideline, the breakaway speed, the goal line.
But Pete, you don't even have the best play of his college career.
Here we go. Get your own hype.
Is that the long catch that he makes
in the left corner of the end zone where he pins it against the defender?
Yeah, that's so sick. I do miss that from the highlight reel, I will say.
Oh God, here we go.
So
also, it starts a little slow with him on the bench, but
I'm gonna push for a guy here.
We just need to know that Karain advocated for Darius Slayton over LaVisca Chenault when our last pick, when he knew he wasn't coming back around.
It didn't occur to me he wouldn't come back around. Had you guys mentioned LaVisca, I never would have campaigned for Slayton.
I guess that's on all of us.
It's just the brain part.
Push for your guy, Pete.
Once Davis saw his high school reunion, dude. I want to push for Philip Lindsay right now.
Sign me up. I love Philip Lindsay. I've been waiting to get under. Yeah.
Melvin Gordon has a rib injury right now. Philip Lindsay, Sean Siegel's posting stuff that he's catching 4,000 balls a day. I'm convinced that this is going to be a 50-50 backfield that Lindsay runs away with.
Is Melvin Gordon still available? Because the only way that I would like this more is if Melvin Gordon was available. He's not. All right, let's take Lindsay. I have no problem with Lindsay. Lindsay was a guy that I have been off of for most of the offseason, but I've come around too late, and I think he is going to catch a lot of passes.
Well. Look what the cat drug in. It's Mr. Ray Chung, the auto draft king of Hong Kong. How we doing, buddy?
What's up, fellas? Good morning to all you.
Good morning to you. What time is it there? 10 a.m.?
9:52 a.m.
9. So you're exactly 12 hours ahead of the most legitimate time zone in the world. Can you just explain what was our final theory about your auto drafting to just speed up the draft? Is that what was going on?
Yeah, that's what I got to do. I mean, I do have to work eventually, so I don't want it to go on for 5 hours either. You know?
Yeah.
Is it? I feel like that is the tagline of working from home through the pandemic. I do have to work eventually, but I could probably squeeze in a best ball draft before that.
Exactly. I mean, that's the great thing about it, right?
So what brought you to Hong Kong?
I was actually born here, and I came here after doing my master's in Hawaii. I was just like, sitting on the beach. It's a little bit too much sometimes. I gotta do something else. I gotta make some money, right? And just came back. I've been here for like 9 or 10 years now.
And you make a living playing FFPC high stakes leagues?
No, I wish. Actually, I'm a private English tutor.
Okay, nice. I was gonna say you watch this stream, so it's clear you don't make a living playing FFPC.
Exactly. I try to. But it doesn't always work out that way.
What are we looking at here for your 9th round pick?
Well, unfortunately, the top wide receiver on my board is already the wide receiver 46. So I gotta do something. I'm scrolling through it. I'm scrolling through it. This guy Paul Meyer keeps sniping my guys.
Yeah, he's.
I was
vicious.
hoping that Nick Chubb would fall to me in the 3rd round. That didn't happen.
He usually gets there. That's disappointing.
Did you have your tea pills with your breakfast this morning? I mean, with that start, Ray, I mean, come on.
No, I actually took some caffeine pills on top of the coffee. I got my CBD in.
Wow, Ray, are you a professional poker player? Why are you grinding the supplements this hard?
I don't know. I've just always been doing that since college.
And so you said you're a student right now?
No. I might look like a student, but I actually work. I teach kids.
Oh, okay. Sorry. Teacher. All right. Oh yeah. There's your audio coming through. We know Ray's on deck. Let's hear how the sausage gets made from Hong Kong. He hates it. He doesn't know.
Are all the funny running backs off the board?
No, Le'Veon Bell's still available.
I mean, you got Le'Veon Bell as the 30th ADP, and the next guy is Montgomery. He's hurt. Singletary, he's not going to get any carries.
Le'Veon Bell really rounds out your team, Ray. Just say it.
Well, Frank Gore's still on the board if you want the RB1 there.
I take him, right? Might as well log off.
See, the Paul got booted for taking our guys, but you haven't been taking our guys, so you're good here. You're good.
There's no way I'll be able to take your guys. I mean, there's no one left.
That's true. All of our guys are gone.
No, there's one guy. There is one guy.
Okay.
Wow.
He's kind of a secret guy, though.
He's
okay,
a
I'm
secret.
gonna go tight end. I'll take Jared Cook.
Okay, there you go.
So, Ray, I was thinking that you had auto-drafted earlier and that's why you had such a high T start, but you really took all these running backs yourself.
I put it in the queue, actually. I'm doing a lot of things at once. I'm trying to feed the cat, making coffee.
Okay, all right.
Yeah.
Wait, Ray,
Are
are you making excuses about these picks? Like if it had your full attention, you wouldn't have started with 4 dusty running backs?
No, I put him in.
Okay, all
I
right.
take full responsibility for that.
Okay, good. In this day and age, we need people to take ownership of their actions, right?
Exactly.
What do you do for fun in Hong Kong? What do you get going on over there? What's the pandemic situation right now?
Oh, it's pretty bad. I don't know if I should be broadcasting this in public, but my girlfriend's coworker had COVID. The whole family got COVID. And she had lunch with her for 10 minutes and was just called up and was like, you were named as a close contact. And she is gone for 2 weeks. She got put into quarantine camp.
The test
So,
and
you know,
trace, bro.
I'm sitting here. I got the whole Bang Bros network going.
you're
I love how you just dropped that there too to just let us all catch up. Just well
Yeah.
played there, Ray.
Oh, doubled up on the tight end.
I said that everyone that came on needed to have a type 5, and Ray brought it.
yeah, he really did.
Le'Veon Bell goes 10th round.
So you guys have like the testing, the contact tracing in place.
They
Gotcha.
try to trace it, but I mean, it's all about like, I don't know. It seems like an honor system, you know? There was a law in place for not wearing a mask outside, and some people actually got arrested for it. But it's more for like they're trying to prevent the protest because today is 1 year anniversary of like cops going in and like beating down people. I know I shouldn't say that because of the security law. People can come and bust in my door anytime now. They're allowed to do that. You know,
Wow.
communist government.
The low T 0RB police just kicked down your door.
Yeah,
That's the thing about when you violate the low T police, they're just like, what can they do? They just kind of like, you know, they ask you to stop.
They
But
just politely knock on. Please draft a wide receiver just for once in your fucking life.
it's Denny Carter sending like a passive aggressive email.
Oh my goodness! But yeah, that does sound like not a great situation to be in.
Yeah, so we just try to stay inside. Normally, it's very like there's lots of paranoia going on. They ostracize you for like. I came back from the U.S. because I visited my parents in Denver in March or April, and I went back to my running club, and they were like, "Why are you here? You're supposed to be quarantined for 14 days." And I was just like, "What? You know, I got my mask on. You got your mask on. It's a public area. You don't have to be like within 3 feet of me." But people take offense to it.
Yeah.
So it's better to be online.
Did you have to quarantine when you landed back in Hong Kong?
No, actually, I flew out of LaGuardia when it was right before like the panic started. So there were like no flights, like no one was going in. So we actually didn't realize that LaGuardia was so far. I was staying in a hotel downtown by the Bowery. And it was like 45 minutes straight to the airport. And only an hour before the flight, we still made it. My girlfriend was panicking. She got put on a different flight. But I went in. We transferred planes, I think, in Tokyo. And then, they gave us this sheet to like record our temperature every day. Have to call in with any symptoms. But that was like the second wave. It's been a while since then.
Yeah, that sounds like a rough experience. I've yeah.
We're on the clock here, and
All right,
I think that we should take Tony Pollard or Darrell Williams.
I say Tony Pollard.
I like Pollard.
Shouldn't have said Darrell.
Yeah, why would you say Darrell Williams? No one needed to hear that. He would have been there for a long time.
I actually like a running back on the board better than Darrell too, so we can battle it out here in a second.
Are there any wide receivers left that we like, or are they truly all gone?
I'm looking. This is in the queue, the best available: Robbie Anderson, D.D. Westbrook, Rashad Perriman, Kenny Stills, T. Higgins, Alshon Hunter, Denzel Mims, Pittman. Ray,
It's
you
so
should
bad.
have Hunter Renfro, the MILF Hunter Renfro. Great team
Yeah,
name.
I got you. Now that you've named names, I gotta take them earlier.
Yeah, you do. That's what happens. I just speak it into existence, and Clegg just hammers it. He's going to take Renfro here at the turn.
Is that your mic or is it my phone? It's like kind of breaking up a little bit. So.
That's you, Ray.
I think it's the government coming to shut you down for that running back start.
I know you took
It might
that.
be. All right, guys, I'm gonna log off. But
Ray, it was great meeting you, man.
Great talking to you, Ray.
Yeah, good luck with you guys. You guys
Stay
going to Vegas?
safe, man.
You too.
What's up, Ray?
Are you guys going to Vegas?
No,
No, not this year.
not this
Yeah,
year.
next
We'll see,
year.
Ray.
Yeah, maybe. Let's see if we can meet up in Vegas next year,
Definitely.
Definitely.
or go to Kentucky, right? Meet Farrell as well.
There we go.
That's
We'll
the
see,
plan.
man.
Okay.
That's the plan.
Oh, we're definitely doing the Kentucky main event next year. Like, lock that in.
That'd be so fun. So I think Carry On's a great pick here.
I knew Pete was gonna go here.
I think Darrell Henderson's a better pick than Carry On. Don't be so ideological. Carry On's going to start like the first 3 weeks of the season. No one challenging him. Pat,
I couldn't imagine taking Darrell over Carry On.
Yeah, that's fine. Also, we could have lobbied for the grown-ass man here, Pete, and we could outvote him.
Who is it?
No, I think Carry On makes a lot of sense, Pete.
The grown man.
Think of all the touchdowns in week 1. I mean, we already faded Swift.
The grownest man in professional football, Peter.
I'm pressing draft on Carry On here before anything happens.
Before we even talk about Gesicki?
Woof.
Sometimes you just got to come in here.
You bailed me out, Pete. I thought for sure you guys were going to go.
I thought Pete would take that and run with it, and I'm a little.
I'm shocked.
We don't have any Dolphins players, dude.
Here's the thing: some of us are kind of have a beautiful mind, like surveying of the draft board, and understand positional scarcity and where the runs are. And the running back situation is going to get dire far quickly than the tight end one.
T.J. Hawkinson went 4 rounds ago.
T.J. Hawkinson is a ship-chasing favorite.
Pete, I couldn't disagree with you more. I think tight end could get really ugly very quickly, and running back could not be deeper in this draft.
Hang on. Here's how I want to really I'm not going to say these names, but Davis, I am in the queue right now, and Pat has 2 other guys in the queue. They both happen to be tight ends. Neither of them are named Mike Gesicki.
I know, because we would have had to have outvoted Pat in this situation. It was the only way it was going to work.
I am quite happy we're not taking Gesicki.
Davis, if we can get back, I will fight for Gesicki over these other scrubs Pat has in the queue.
Gesicki is going to go to one of the other 11.
Come on, guys. Don't let me down. Don't let me down. Mike Gesicki, baby.
See, actually, though, it is funny. Now there's bit equity from the room to not take Gesicki.
Oh, is there? Because there was bit equity to not take Ronald Jones, and he got snapped up, David. I'm pretty sure he's gone.
I just need both of you to admit, structurally and based on how this draft is going, we did not need a second tight end there.
Structurally, Gesicki was the pick.
What the structurally Gesicki?
I don't even know if it's debatable. To be honest,
get out of here.
Pete, I mean, David Montgomery is still on the board. Like, there's plenty of running backs we could have gotten. There's no need to go running back here. I mean, like, you don't have an argument to say structurally we needed to make sure we get a running back.
I can't wait till I get to talk you into Keyshawn Vaughn.
Well, we need to get that second tight end. So,
well, I'm gonna. It's a school night, so I'm gonna bail soon. Also, by the way.
Oh, everyone, wow. You show up just for the first couple rounds because take Cooper.
We're not even Davis. What time is it in fucking whatever bumfuck city you live in? It's like 7 p.m. there.
Davis, when you did that 35-round draft, did you start at 6 a.m? Like, how did you? You couldn't get through 11 rounds.
I just got back from a long week on the lake, and I'm beat, and I don't want to stay up all night.
I was counting on you for the late rounds, dude. I'm used to underdog.
If this was a FFPC Best Ball Slim draft, we'd be 5 picks into round 1 right now.
Also, Davis, you're the only one not drinking. We need you, man.
We need you. You don't like the shit Pat and I are going to get up to if you leave is bad.
Well, also, I got to leave myself a podcast to listen to in the morning, so it'll be really fun to hear how it devolves.
Davis gets listener equity out of leaving.
Oh my God. That's a good comment. Davis is treating this like an ESPN mock draft.
Well, once I got denied the grown man, Mike Gesicki.
Poor Davis. You got every pick you wanted through 11 rounds.
That's not true. That is not true.
That's true. Slayton was taking over your objections. I wish you had said Visca there.
And Debo. And that
Debo,
is on me. It's very much on me. I should have been the voice of reason to be like, dude, we got to take Visca over Slayton.
Yeah, that would have been such a smash pick. God damn it.
I can't
believe I should have thought of it too.
We let Harbs have the highlight reel. That was nice of us, though, if you really think about it.
Yeah, we're good guys. There goes Herndon. Really nice pick by Palmyra there.
Oh my God. It's just like, dude, just buy Silva a ring already.
He does love Herndon. He really
He
does.
loves Chris Herndon.
I think Chris Herndon is a really nice pick. He had an awesome rookie year. His sophomore year was a disaster, but there's so many fucking targets available there.
Well, Tevin Coleman goes in the 11th round, but it was really important for us to get Kerryon Johnson. Tevin Coleman better pick than Kerryon Johnson.
But Davis structurally,
they were both a disaster.
You have your head in the sand about Kerryon Johnson. I've read 3 sentences at the start of an Athletic article, and DeAndre Swift ain't practicing, buddy.
I will fully admit to having my head in the sand on Kerryon Johnson. I did a draft with Leone the other night where I was like, no, I can't do it. we also got sniped at 147, one pick on LaVisca. He went 146. So
I love that Pete will not move off his structural argument after 4 tight ends go after our pick. Tight end was clearly the play.
No, it wasn't. Here's the thing about why this is important. Because when you draft, so we draft Zach Moss and Phillip Lindsay as our starting running backs. Great. Tony Pollard is a guy that's probably not going to have a ton of immediate standalone value. We are buying ourselves time with the Kerryon pick. All it's going to take is Zeke, 3 weeks until Tony Pollard usurps him. Kerryon will give us 3 running backs until then. And I just orchestrated this all from afar like a puppet master, and you guys have your head in the sand and don't realize it.
I'm starting to get real nervous about the bid equity here of the league because
I think
5 tight ends leaving the grown ass man.
We can all do it, guys. I think we can all do this.
I'm going to throw them back off the set because Pat still has 1 tight in the queue that is not.
I don't. No, I don't.
Yes, you
do.
do.
I have Gesicki in the queue. I have Gesicki in the queue now.
Pat doesn't want
We
him.
want Gesicki, guys.
No,
Like,
he
Gesicki's a good pick here now.
This is Pat doing performance art.
Gesicki would be pretty sweet at this point.
Dallas Goedert goes.
There goes Pat.
Jonnu Smith is pretty strong value.
Oh, Jonnu is a good pick. I think that that would be a good one for Bergeron to take. Oh,
thank you, Kevin. He giveth and he taketh away. He took Ronald Jones.
I truly don't like any of the other tight ends available.
I'll be the
we've kind of like laughed our way through getting completely frozen out on tight end. I actually feel terrible about the tight ends available now.
Really? There's one that's a smash that you already put in the queue. That you hate that I just said that because you're trying to play coy.
Yeah.
Now you put a bad one in.
Yeah, I also put a bad one in as a backup because he's literally the only other guy.
Check the ones I just put in, Pat.
I don't see any way yet, but maybe it hasn't updated. Jonnu Smith just went.
All right.
Oh, Jesus. Are we there already?
Like, what? The whole point of taking Travis Kelce is so you don't have to panic about your second tight end. Relax.
Yeah. We're good. We can actually probably take.
Actually, there's a really good tight end still available.
We're not taking a tight end here. The beast might be starved, but we're not falling for it.
We're the starving beast.
I like 2 really late guys.
All right, Pete, why are you taking everyone out of the queue? Oh, no. Someone selected Eric Ebron. Yo, that's Pat Thorman's guy, and I'm with him. I think Eric Ebron's pretty good.
He refuses to block. I put a late tight ends note in the private chat.
Oh, boy, here we go.
Bergeron is unbelievable. Bergeron is unbelievable, dude.
He's really he's probably having a pretty good night.
What are we thinking for wide receivers? What's the queue look like?
There's nothing to take at wide receiver right now. Nothing.
Arthega Whiteside.
What about AJ Dillon? I know you're going to try and talk me into Keyshawn Vaughn, but if anyone's actually going to be the rookie tight end,
sure, I'm not going to try and talk you into Keyshawn Vaughn.
Okay.
I like AJ Dillon, so you're not going to get an argument from me there.
All right, let's take AJ Dillon.
Yeah, he's at least my RB39 based on Cavs alone.
Yeah.
After you shamefully admitted you adjusted your ranks from a photo.
No shame. he does actually look like a player who doesn't play running back though. Like when you see him, like in training camp videos and stuff, he looks
You see
like
him
a
on the blocking
linebacker.
sled? On the
Yes.
blocking sled? Davis?
No,
Yeah.
did you see the video of the Packers running backs doing the cutting drill where they had to choose the hole based on where the running backs coach was? He looked great in that. Yeah.
I moved him up my ranks.
Peter is not deep enough in beat writer Twitter to have seen that.
Someone's calling me out for calling Dylan a rookie tight end. I'm sorry. I'm mostly through a bottle of champagne that I didn't know I was going to drink tonight.
I thought that was a joke you were making about his weight. That was unintentional.
Yeah, of course it was unintentional.
Davis, you can't leave.
I'm gonna leave.
Davis, we need you. Davis, before you go, I would like to take one pick to send you off.
No, I'll go. We'll do this pick, and then I'll do our next two, and then I'm out.
Good. Okay. I don't know if you're going to get mad for me for mentioning this player too soon. If you guys,
there's
Are you
not
guys-
too soon. There is not a too soon.
okay, if there's not a too soon, then I have a guy that I think you'll like.
No, if I'm not allowing you to do this. I see
You're
it.
not.
We can get him in 2 rounds. In 2 rounds.
Type it in
Okay.
the private chat. Type it in the private chat.
There's no way we need to take him over some of the. We're taking Keyshawn Vaughn. Pat, you know he's the perfect pick here.
I'm
This
totally.
whole thing
I'm
is
totally.
about
Yeah.
bid
Yes.
equity. There's no
Yes.
point in
I'm
taking
with.
Keyshawn Vaughn.
I'm with Pat. I'm with Pat. 1,000,000%. We are
Okay,
not taking
Then
Keyshawn
Davis,
Vaughn.
you toss out someone. He's by far the best player on the board. David Montgomery's still available.
Miles Boykin, slam dunk pick.
That's who I have in the queue. Let's go, Miles Boykin, baby.
No, you. Oh my. No, you led him into Miles.
Well, wait.
in the 13th
You-
round.
Wait.
Stupid.
Time out. Do we need to take our court? Just lock up our backup quarterback here.
Anything is better. Quarterback. Yes.
Yeah, we should probably lock up backup quarterback.
Okay, let's take Jimmy.
Whatever. Yeah.
Do we
Yeah.
have any other stacks available? We could go Daniel Jones with Slayton.
I'm good with either of those.
Well, but we can backdoor Jimmy though.
Can we?
Bourne and
I think
Taylor.
Daniel Jones is such a better pick.
I like Daniel. That's true. Make sure he and Mahomes don't have the same bye week.
He has 11. What does Mahomes have? How do I check that?
Chiefs bye week.
I don't think it's week 11.
Week 10.
Okay. I'll draft Daniel Jones.
Yeah, do DJ. God, that's a better pick than Boykin. You two. I mean, you guys are. You got to check yourself on Boykin in the 13th. I mean, good God, I'd rather
Dude, Michael Pittman went.
I mean,
Yeah, I mean, Michael Pittman's not a terrible pick. Campbell has a concussion. I mean, it's unclear when he's going to play.
Frank Duffy says this draft board looks crazy on edibles. Looks crazy on tequila too.
It's crazy on pretty much whatever you got in your system.
Yeah, this is actually a good question. Why didn't we consider Stafford there?
Oh, that's actually pretty easy. I forgot we took Galladay.
Stafford would have been the slam dunk, actually.
You're supposed to be the voice of reason in these situations.
Dude, this
Two
draft
thirds
is
of the way through a bottle of champagne, Pete.
this draft is taking so long that Kenny Galladay happened legitimately an hour ago.
It is hard to,
It's hard to remember.
to remember who we took with it just directly in front of our fucking face.
I literally go, do we have any other stacks? And then my eyes went up the board till I saw the first yellow. And it was Slayton. And then I argued for Daniel Jones. I never went up further.
Hey, but look, Daniel Jones has way more rushing
yeah.
equity.
I don't know if you guys know about the Konami code.
Daniel Jones, great bid equity.
I think my favorite sequence of picks in this draft is that David Montgomery went after Darrell Williams.
David Montgomery in the 13th is just so beautiful. Like, I guarantee you can dig up some football guys boards from like early July that had Montgomery going like
Third round.
fourth. Yeah.
No, I did a NFC $150 best ball championship draft where he went 303.
That's
Incredible.
gross. That's really gross.
My running back 2 in that league was Keyshawn Vaughn in the 11th round because there was truly nothing I could do.
Yeah. I mean, Vaughn is getting to the point where like Sean Siegel's all over Vaughn right now. And I kind of get it. But at the same time, like I guess the comp is like Kamara or David Johnson, but unlike Kamara, he wasn't an awesome receiver in college. Unlike David Johnson, he's not a crazy athlete coming into the league.
Yeah, David Johnson is the best comp, where he was truly useless until week 9.
Yeah, and then he was a league winner. So I do get the upside case, but I think AJ Dillon has.
But also, he was so talented that like the team was like, we got to get you the ball somehow.
Exactly.
And David Johnson, his first ever NFL touch was a kick return touchdown or punt return touchdown.
And then he had a punt return touchdown, a kick return touchdown, and a rushing
like a 60-yard touchdown reception or something.
Yeah.
Someone please send this draft board to the counselor. That would be incredible. He's already dunked on Pat once on his Instagram stories. I think we just make it a second time. I'm with you, Amixta. These guys, Pat, it's just these guys and their biases, man. I mean, the things Pat thinks about Rojo, he just ignores that Vaughn is just a smash pick here.
Were you in on Vaughn as a prospect, Anthony? Because I think that's part of it for me.
I thought you were asking me. And I was about to
Amico did like him. Yeah.
You did like him as a prospect. Because I think for me, it's that I never really was in on him as a prospect. And then he went to like, for me to like him, the worst possible situation.
The worst spot.
Yeah. So, it's kind of like you're asking me to update my priors, in a spot I'm just not going to do it. But my prior was not very good. So I guess that it would be a little bit of a different story if I had liked him as a prospect.
Are there any hilarious running backs left?
Yeah, let me see. Sony Michel. No, nothing.
Benny Snell before Sony Michel is pretty good bit equity.
That is pretty awesome.
This draft is so good. Can we just all settle in and realize we have 14 rounds to go and Benny Snell is off the board?
I love it. And while I say I love it, I actually don't love it at all because David says he's going to leave. And I'm out of players I want to draft.
Well, keep in mind, 6 of those are going to kickers and defenses.
That's true.
And it doesn't matter which ones you take.
That's true.
Because it's just all going to come out in the wash. Yes, there is going to be some defense that absolutely crushes stones for 8 weeks, but there's no way of knowing which one it is.
That's true.
Davis, you were supposed to be our kicker and defensive maven here for the home stretch. I just did it for you though. You could drunkenly put it in a queue and have the software do it for you, and it would do.
Take any. That's not maven status. That's all I'm saying.
Mate Loco, this is
because that is maven status because I have transcended kitschy fantasy football kicker analysis, over a 17-week season to just acknowledge that it doesn't matter and that as long as you have 3 of them and they don't get hurt, it's fine.
I have a stack in the queue here that I think we should go with.
Yeah. Jesus, this is ridiculous. This honestly, Blair would be pushing for this. Hassan, when Davis drops off, you can hop on and guide us through the kicker stretch.
I think we honestly will need you.
Oh, here, actually, I'll type my kicker selection so that no one knows. I actually think that guy should be the top of the kicker queue.
Wow.
And he goes like if he was on his old team, he would be the 3rd kicker, and now he's on a new team in a better situation, and he goes as like the 8th kicker.
All right, he's in the queue. I'm excited. We have some kicker options.
Honestly, at this point, taking the highest scoring kicker has got to be better than taking the 75th highest scoring wide receiver.
Yeah, or David Montgomery.
We should, instead of like a hype reel, we should have just like a berate reel. If you take David Montgomery, just a guy comes on the street and is like, "What the fuck were you thinking, dude?"
All right. There is a running back that I think is decent here. We're getting to the point where this is starting to look a little high T, though. I think we might need to go back away from running back.
We took Kerryon Johnson, dude. We're basically FFPC grinders.
No.
You don't
like Kerryon.
You advocated?
I did. I'm not saying that. I'm just saying FFPC guys do not like Kerryon.
You advocated for Kerryon Johnson ahead of ADP.
No,
not actually true. It's not actually true, but it sounded funny. You're saying it that way.
He's going late 8th on Underdog now. We took him in the 11th round.
Underdog is insanely sharp. I swear to God, I'm in the
I made a sharp pick 3 rounds after. Thank you guys.
Thank you for taking Keyshawn Vaughn. I really
just classic FFPC grinder Pete, FF Pete C. Just grabbing all that falling value, winning the draft.
Pete C. I like this nickname, FFPC.
That's what we call him when he gets contact grinder high.
I prefer it out like it was nothing. I love it.
I prefer pre-paywall Pete.
I like FFPC. That's great, dude. Your grinding literally has read every lead on The Athletic.
He's got Google News alerts set for Kerryon Johnson.
No one grinds athletic headlines like FFPC.
Whenever I see him, I always click it, hopefully, and then I'm like, nope, speed bump.
All right, so I honestly think we go with Miles Boykin here, just so we're not sniped.
Yes, please.
That's such a bad pick.
Come on, dude. It's honestly
literally do not listen to him. FFPC has had one too many, and he just is looking at the ADP and he can't justify.
And the guy on the turn here has Lamar. Like, it actually is a smart pick for him to grab Boykin since we've been talking about it constantly.
We gotta go. We gotta go Boykin.
All right, let's go Boykin.
Look, once the Andy Isabella Canary signal is already out there, so that means Boykin is about to go.
Yeah. It's after Andy Isabella, dude. This is a bargain.
Pat, did you just remove the guy I put in the queue?
No, I didn't remove him.
Oh, he disappeared.
All right, for my last pick of the night.
Yes.
For my last pick of the night, before I leave you guys with my awesome kicker tip, I'd like to humbly suggest DeMarcus Robinson.
Oh. All right, I'm good with it.
He's basically locked in for 400 yards and 4 touchdowns. You'll just never know which week it happens.
Hey, what if I told you that we could get him and that we should make sure we don't get squeezed on QB?
We already have 2 QBs.
We already have 2 QBs.
I know. We need 3 in this format.
Not sure that's true.
I don't
actually, guys, we need a backup tight end. We only have 1 tight end.
Yeah, we desperately need a tight end now.
Actually, you're right. Let's get we all agreed it seemed on Howard.
Yeah.
Let's do Howard. It gets real bad after that.
I don't think we go Howard. There's another guy.
Thanks to Jimmy Garoppolo anyways. He fell for my bait. Jesus.
He fell for my bait.
My fake bait.
I think there's another guy that is like a very much a Rotoviz guy, not a guy I'm typically on.
Yeah, I like him too.
Okay.
Ian Thomas.
I like him a lot more than Howard. Well, we're not on the clock yet, and Cleggs is going to snipe us.
How sick of a grinder am I to just look at the board and be like, oh, it's Ian Thomas?
Well, almost as sick as you looking at the board and saying it's Miles Boykin.
Miles Boykin was a good pick.
Miles Boykin, yeah, you know what I mean.
I do.
Josh Kelly was a guy I was thinking about. I think we go Irv Smith.
Really? I like Ian Thomas over Irv Smith.
Oh, okay. I'll go Ian Thomas.
Davis, what are you?
I've not given this one a whole lot of thought, but like my instinct is that like Ian Thomas is like a 9th year breakout, so it's like fine. But I like Irv Smith is let's go Ian Thomas. I'm tripping.
You want to go Ian Thomas? Okay.
Yeah, let's go.
I think Irv Smith's probably the better player, but Ian Thomas has a better case for targets.
I think that's where I was trying to get to eventually.
Okay. All right. So I vote Ian Thomas, but it sounds like I'm outvoted 2-1. You guys both prefer Ian?
Yeah, I'm going with FF Pete C here.
All right. FF Pete C. It's Ian Thomas.
Can we at least give our sponsor a little love? Can I be KFFPC?
No.
Fantasy Football Politically correct.
It's just funnier though because you hate the FFPC grinders so much.
Oh man, I'm tight with those guys.
All right, before you go, Davis, I got to run to the bathroom, so kill some time.
Okay.
I have to go to the bathroom too. Let's let Davis say what he feels like.
Davis, yeah. Davis, you break down the draft so far, please.
Okay, so guys, I'm about to leave, but we didn't have a great draft. Because I think I probably would have taken Miles Sanders where these dudes really wanted a wide receiver. So we went Travis Kelce, Amari Cooper, Kenny Galladay, Patrick Mahomes very late at the 4-11, Michael Gallup then on the turn. Deebo Samuel, I did not want Deebo Samuel. I pretty much would have taken anyone over Debo at that point. I maybe even would have taken Ayuk straight up over him. We got sniped by 1 pick on McCole Hardman, who we actually wanted, and then we made a very rookie mistake here, taking Darius Slayton at the 7:02. Just really should have taken Laviska there because Laviska was picked again before we got back on the clock. Then we started with the running backs: Zach Moss, Phillip Lindsay, Tony Pollard, Kerryon Johnson, AJ Dillon. Wrapped our stack up with Slayton, Daniel Jones. Then we took Miles Boykin. Then we took Ian Thomas, and now Pete's back.
Wait, you could have done anything while we were gone, and you decided to recap the team, Davis?
It's called kindness, Pete.
I know. Usually, you're supposed to slam us. You're supposed to disappear and leave us with dead air. You know, there's.
No, I said the only thing I said that was derogatory is I said that I would have taken Miles Sanders where you guys wanted Godwin.
Yeah. The great thing about being on stream is people comment on the amount of time it took you to pee. Yeah. Davis, thank you for joining us tonight. Don't worry. This team is in good hands. You don't have to worry about how we're going to
Well, I already gave you the secret kicker, and you already have 2 quarterbacks. You already have 4 running backs. You have 6 wide receivers, and you have 2 QBs. So it's going to be hard for you guys to really mess up as long as you get the requisite amount of defenses and kickers.
Would you say we have a lot of optionality based on how we've drafted?
I would say we have an extreme amount of optionality, and I think that just looking at the board here through 15 rounds, I really like FF Engineer's team, though he is. Oh, I realize why I like it so much. He's squeezed at quarterback, and good luck with that.
Yeah, Kevin kind of did. That's a great point on quarterback. I hadn't noticed
He's
that.
not that squeezed, though. There's some good options left.
What's his stack? I guess he takes Tannehill here, and then that's it.
Yeah, he could go Tannehill. I mean, he can go Tyrod with Keenan. Yeah.
Kevin did like a really nice mix of an actual good team, but by far the most troll equity of any team.
Yeah, pretty good. He got Ronald Jones, DJ Moore, Cortland Sutton, TJ Hawkinson, Boston Scott, Chase Edmonds, and Gesicki. So he really trolled it up.
Yeah, and it's an awesome team. So he's got the crown right now. But we'll have to see how he handles quarterback.
Love it. Thanks for having me. We'll see you soon.
All right. Night, Dave.
All right, Pete.
All right, time to right this ship. Now that Davis is gone,
I'm a little bit bummed. Davis broke down the draft, and the Deebo Samuel pick. I'm bummed we didn't go Hardman there. What do you think about that?
I was.
He was already gone. Never mind.
Yeah, you're hammered on champagne. If anyone else in this league would like to join, we'd love to have you. The link is in the DM thread. This is like, what's a good analogy for this? Where someone stays up with you to try to help you. Oh, it's like you're driving, like in a road trip.
Yeah, it is like that.
Yeah, and someone is like, the passenger wants to fall asleep, but they're like, no, let's crank up the radio.
Yep.
We're gonna talk you through this, get you through. That's what Pat and I need right now.
I will say, Kevin here says that there's plenty of quarterbacks in 28 rounds. We've called out Kevin as having the best team. He passes on quarterback, then 3 quarterbacks go in a row. I'm not saying, you guys draft whatever you want. I would personally want to starve the beast. That's all.
Someone should take Locke right now to punish Kevin for passing on the obvious Cortland Sutton, Jerry Jeudy, Drew Lock stack. Just to say, I mean, it's just an idea.
It's just an idea.
Just an idea.
Who knows?
Asking for a friend.
We don't really have any skin in the game here, except for, we would really like to win this league. And then what do we do if we win the league, Pete?
If we win the league, we take a victory lap. We unfurl our nutsack on the table. Tell everyone that we got him. Oh, look at Terry.
Yes. You didn't take Michael Thomas #1, but
Kevin, you got too high on your own Kool-Aid. The thing is,
read the room, man. Read the room.
We also do. So you think, yeah, I guess we could get away without a third quarterback. It's still unnecessary risk to take in a 28 round league to not just be insulated with 3, but
it's definitely better to have 3 for sure. But we're in a position where, since we've now made a bit out of all the quarterbacks going, we at least have Mahomes.
Yeah. This is gonna be wild. No one's pulled the trigger on a kicker or defense yet.
That's true. Do you want to get Blair on here and have him talk us into Zane Gonzalez or whoever you want to?
Look at you trying to play coy. I see your cue. I like there's people jumping in the chat right now that haven't been with us this whole time. So why Cooper there? Why did Hardman go in the early 6? If you're tuning in,
troll equity.
No, legitimately, I remember when we did our show with Sean, right? And someone asked that question. They're like, well, what if you're in a room with all 0 RB drafters? Like, what do you do then? And it's like, well, all the wide receivers go where they're supposed to go, and then the running backs follow after. And this is proof is in the pudding right here. This is what happens with a bunch of 0 RB drafters, other than the MILF Hunter who scooped up the running back values. All the wide receivers went where they should go relative to their projected points and their value, and the running backs got pushed down.
Yeah, although, we had to pull back Davis a couple times early on with running backs. So I think outside of us, I think most people were drafting essentially the way we think people should draft.
Yeah, and again, you look at the gap, Pat, from round 4 to 6. I mean, there was only a couple running backs that win that whole stretch, and that is really the stretch where the disparity between the running back and wide receiver value is most pronounced. When you're not taking McLaurin and Keenan and DK over the Carson and, the Leonard Fournette and Todd Gurley. And this is how the draft should look. Like, all those wide receivers should go off first.
Yeah.
Tyrod, Kevin is on the line. I don't know if we're going to get his video. You did get your Tyrod Taylor. Kevin, how's it going?
Can you hear us, Kevin?
Yeah, hold on. Yeah, I can hear you. Can you hear me?
Yeah. I mean, I wouldn't want to show my face if those were my quarterbacks too. Oh, we're gonna double it up. We got Josh on the stream too. Josh B.
How's it going?
What's going on?
Wait, Josh, which team is yours?
Yoshi.
Okay, I was worried you were Cleggs for a sec. I was about to give you in my mind.
Nice. The 2 running backs start. Man, you hammered wide receivers here through round 3 through 10. I like it.
Kevin, I don't know where you went, but you're more than welcome to jump back on anytime. Josh, so you just took Gardner Minshew here. How's this draft been going for you?
Well, I was hoping I'd get Cousins there on the way back through, but he didn't come back to me. I wanted that Minnesota stack.
Yeah, that'd have been nice. I like the Minshew value, especially with all those quarterbacks going off the board. I mean, I like him more than Darnold and Taylor and Bridgewater myself. Pete, we're on the clock here. What are we going to do?
We're on the clock. I like the guy you have at the top of our queue right now.
Okay. Let me just double check, see if there's nothing else. Did McKinnon go?
Yeah. Right. Did he? Let me just check. No. Yeah, or he did. Yeah, he went.
All
right. Bryce Love it is.
Go with Bryce Love.
Bryce Love. Josh, hang on one sec. Pat and I will figure out our next pick here real quick, and then we will confer. Although here's the deal. I'm boycotting Cleggs because Cleggs has been stealing our picks all night. I'm not giving the pick to Cleggs.
Yeah, that's the thing. Cleggs is definitely been sniping us for the joy of sniping, which I get, but I don't want to say who we're looking at right now.
No, because it's a kicker.
Well, that's part of it. It's just the pure shame.
If Cleggs takes let's see if I can get Cleggs to take a kicker. Let's see how this is. I mean, Justin Tucker was going to be our pick, right, Pat?
Tucker was the guy. I mean, you already saw me make a joke out of saying Zane Gonzalez. If you watch the stream, you know that Blair Andrews wanted Justin Tucker, not Zane Gonzalez. So clearly, I do have Justin Tucker in the queue.
All right, but Cleggs, you do need to pick up the pace here. We're in round 16. We got 12 more rounds to go. We got to pick up the pace. It's a school night. Did people forget that it's a school night? I don't know about all you guys. Some of us have to go to school in the morning. Okay, there he goes. He drafts. Who did he draft? Van Jefferson. There's Kevin. Kevin's still figuring out. Getting a echo, I think, right now, Kevin.
How you guys doing?
Good. How about you, buddy?
Good, man. Yeah, so I think you guys bringing up QBs really hurt me there. It would have went to plan if you guys just shut up one more round.
Pat, no, we know that it wouldn't have. It wasn't helping.
Pat, I'm fine to give Davis an olive branch here and take DeMarcus Robinson.
Let's take DeMarcus Robinson.
All right. Josh, where are you calling in from?
Wisconsin.
Nice.
Yeah.
Are you a Packers fan?
Sure am.
Yeah. I'm looking at your roster. I don't see a single Packers on there.
Alan Lazard.
I don't draft like a homer, but
yeah, Lazard in the 10th. I guess that falls out of homer range. That's fair value there. Kevin, I don't know. I think it might be, or one of you guys, I'm getting an echo on my audio.
I'm getting the echo too.
Hang on one sec.
Let's see here. What is Harbs going to do? Harbs did take our other tight end we were looking at, OJ Howard. This draft is putting it to the test. Putting it to Josh.
Should be gone now.
Yeah, you're good now. Josh, have you brushed up on your kickers and defenses, or is this your first 28-round best ball draft?
I've done them before on FFPC.
Yeah. So you're ready to go?
I can't pull the trigger yet. I need another running back.
Talk us through here. I'll pull up the thing. Tony Michel seems like a good value here, Josh.
Yeah, I don't know about that.
Jordan Howard actually isn't a bad pick here.
I wanted Chris Thompson, but
I think owe you a thank you, Josh, for taking Keyshawn Vaughn. That would have been tough to talk Pete out of if he had gotten back.
I didn't want him, but I needed another running back, and he was
no
the
one
best one I
wants
thought.
Josh.
I pulled the trigger on Howard.
We are Frank mentions it. Things are going slowly. Yoshi takes Jordan Howard. That's a nice pick there in the 17th. That's a really nice pick, actually. Except that Patrick Laird is going to cock him hard. But other than that, it's a nice pick. Kevin,
Of course.
talk us through your pick. Which bargain bin quarterback you taking here?
So I went Tyrod. I'm probably gonna just go double stack a Herbert and Tyrod and hope Keenan and one of those quarterbacks just kill it. But yeah, I mean,
Take off the condom, Kevin.
What's that?
Take off the condom and draft Tua.
That's interesting too, but I don't have any. Oh, I have Gesicki, I guess, but yeah, that's less exciting though. I mean, for me,
Tua's less exciting than handcuffing your quarterback.
yeah, you could talk me into it, but
I mean, I'm not going to talk you into a better play. I mean, come on, I'm not going to twist your arm.
I'm gonna go a different way. I think I'm gonna go defense.
You going defense?
Yes.
Oh my goodness, the defensive cherry has been popped. This is
So
back.
once I got blocked out of the quarterbacks, at this point, I just want.
You might get further blocked out.
You're gonna get further blocked out.
Yeah. It's and I
Kevin,
think
things about your
if
team.
I could take more, it'll go. Yeah, I mean the 4 row hurt me. Drew Lock, Joe Burrow, Teddy Bridgewater, Tannehill. Those 4. I mean, other than that, I would have been able to probably get 2 of those if you guys don't mention them, right? I mean, I was looking at ADP of the other drafts. Lock goes undrafted.
No. Kevin, after round 2, you could throw out ADP of other drafts. That was no longer.
Oh, yeah, that's sure.
Yeah.
In terms of people drafting, I mean, nobody wants those quarterbacks. I mean, that's their 3rd quarterback.
Yeah.
I mean, some of them took 4 QBs. I mean, that's hurting them just as much as it's hurting me.
No one's taken 4.
It's not ideal for them, but it's definitely worse for you.
Yeah. Milf Hunter's got 4. Ray's got 4. Stafford, Newton, Bridgewater, Donald.
Oh, you're right. I missed that. I'm so drunk that those 4 just blurred together as 3 in my mind.
4 is not ideal, but with 28 rounds, I don't think 4 is killing that, their team.
So Paul Meyer says, okay, I need to do a State of the Union right now. I need to do a State of the Union. We are still 10 rounds out. I need everyone to set their cues. I want you, Kevin, tell them the tale of Snap Pick Pete. Tell them what Snap Pick Pete, I can't even talk, Snap Pick Pete is all about, and that they need to follow in my footsteps.
So I started this redraft league, 4 or 5 years ago, just grabbing a bunch of Twitter people. I think Thorman's in it, a bunch of guys we all met through Twitter and that are in local Massachusetts area. And we did this draft, and I wish PFF Joey was still around on Twitter streets. But him and Pete do this thing with just basically, I mean, you usually grab your sticker before he even grabs his, right next to each other, and just right up against him. Just put that label right up.
I know who I'm going to pick. I don't have to wait. I see it from a mile away. Sometimes maybe I grab 2 stickers just in case I need a contingency, but I'm slapping it up there right after the snap pick. And so that's what I'm calling on this community to do. I need a legion of Snap Pick Pete's here to get us in bed before 4 a.m. Eastern time.
Yeah, I snap picked while I was chalking.
Okay,
there you go.
You did Tua. Thank you.
Yeah. Ray has some work to do. I think pretty much everyone would benefit here from some snap picks.
Paul, I don't need you. I when I went to the bathroom, I was like, should I grab another beer? And I said, no, it's a school night. Josh,
I think looking back, I probably would have went QB instead of Snell, in the 13th, and grabbed Wentz. But then once I decided to keep going, I just went.
Okay, we are cooking now, Pat. We are cooking.
I do like it.
Who do you want to take, Pat?
I think we ought to take. I don't know. I feel like the guys we mentioned are going to get taken after we talk about them. So it's
just say a position that you want to take.
I think maybe tight end or running back are the positions.
Yeah, we do need tight end, although I do like the running back you have in the queue.
Let's go with that running back I have in the queue then.
Yeah, let's do it. Eno Benjamin is the pick. I don't know about you guys, but I heard Kenyon Drake's in a walking boot. I heard Chase Edmonds might opt out. So that would leave Eno Benjamin, Pat, as the sole. No, I'm just kidding. I don't want to spread false rumors. But I do like Eno Benjamin.
We're good there. Not a bad pick.
It's not.
I have a pretty strong opinion on what we should do next.
Is it the guy at the top of the queue?
It's not a position in the queue.
Oh, boy. Okay, say it. We're on the clock.
We're not. We're up next.
Oh, you're right. Cleggs.
He's always following suit, He's doing what we're doing.
Wow. All I know is that we should probably start. It looks like based on this, are you looking at a kicker?
Let's take a kicker.
Are we going with Davis's? Oh, no, Davis's pick went.
Yeah, so I don't know who to take at all.
Oh, me either.
Gonzalez?
Let me look. I've been in the lab. How about
dude? Let's take our boy. Let's take Young Ho Koo.
Okay, do it. Young Ho, it is.
Love Young Ho Koo. That video, so sweet.
So why do you guys think kicker before defense?
Well, that's a good point. I mean, we should have probably taken one or the other.
So this is why I would say kicker before defense is because if you get squeezed on kickers, you run out of actual projected starters where a defense is going to be on the field.
I actually think it's the opposite of what you're saying, Pete. That
Why?
Kevin's right, because kickers are people, so they could technically be replaced. So you could like take a dude who doesn't even have a job, and maybe there's some equity in that. Whereas a defense, there's literally just 32 of them.
Like if Hoska or Gutsecki gets a job, he's going to go undrafted. But after this, I mean,
yeah. So there's more than 32 kickers that you could select, whereas there's literally just 32 defenses. However, you're the only one to take a defense so far. So, and there were already 4 kickers off the board. So that's why my mind went kicker, seeing all the orange, basically.
Yeah, I think one thing that you fail to realize is that I'm always reading the room, Pat. Some of us are over there in our spreadsheets and not realizing what our opponents are doing.
Yeah, but now they're going defense because we talked about it. The room is watching us.
Yeah. I'm not used to doing this, man. Even when I do my podcast, no, it's not live. This is a different effect. Even though I watch you guys doing it pretty much every week, it's a different thing when you're in the draft.
Well, we'll see. Yoshi was more persuaded by my argument. He double tapped. Talk to us, Josh.
I think the kicker is the way to go because
that's what I'm talking about.
You get the better kickers. Some of them get cut, traded, or not traded, but cut, and then new ones come in. You want to get those high-end kickers.
Josh is making my point for me. There's more risk on the back end kickers. And that's why when Hassan is on with us and he's pulling up the contract situations, he's trying to find us the kickers that are not going to get cut.
Josh made the counter case to mine, which is that you think you're taking a good kicker and then he gets cut. And now you don't even have a kicker at all. Now, Josh, as a follow-up to that, why did you take Matt Gay, who's currently in a kicker competition?
I think he's going to be that guy that comes out on top of there. And I got Tom Brady. So and their defense is, I think, going to be really good this year. So they're going to end up with a lot of points.
I'm just salty because you made a better point than me.
No, this is what happens when Pat reads every single word written about the Tampa Bay Bucks that he knows Matt Gay's in a kicker battle.
Dude, they brought in a new kicker today. Dude, the thing
he's not losing his job.
It was so tilting because Ronald Jones on Friday had his foot iced. And so obviously I'm checking every single thing I can find out from all the Tampa Bay beats. And they're talking about how they brought in a new kicker for the kicker competition. And I can't find anything out about Ronald Jones. It was very tilting.
I just want to say, everyone, we've picked up the pace. I think my rallying cry speech has really resonated with the troops. I'm excited to keep it up. We cannot quit now. We must continue to push forward. Do you think that really struck a chord with everyone, Pat?
I did the first time, so
thank you.
I hope so.
I'll keep doing it. I'll keep checking in. I'll hold everybody's feet to the fire. Kevin, talk us through Nick Foles, QB3. Gotta love it.
Yeah, man. Just trying to hit a starter there. I mean, I have no idea about who's even going to start, but I know you guys joke about in best ball, but at least I don't have to choose which one is going to be the one to start. I mean, I think I would be more scared about these guys if I had to choose a matchup kind of thing. But
it sounds like what you're saying, Kevin, is that you prefer Nick Foles in best ball.
That's in fact what I'm saying, despite setting you up for that.
Uh-oh. Henry Muto, the preeminent FFPC grinder, has logged into the chat. Wow, there was some serious drinking going on tonight. Here's the thing. He's not wrong.
He's not wrong.
But he's also kind of wrong.
I think minus the drinking, it still would have happened.
That's true. That's my point with Kevin is this.
The bid equity is too high.
Yeah.
The bid equity is way too high.
LaMichael P. Ryan, we are now going to enter the stage where I will see names and I don't even know what team they play for. I legitimately don't know what team LaMichael P. Ryan's on. Pat?
Who has 3 kickers now? LaMichael P. Ryan's on the Jets. He's the RB1 on the Jets. Whose team is this with 3 kickers?
That's Milf Hunter. I mean, Ray only drafts in positional groupings for running backs, 4 wide receivers, 4 QBs, 3 kickers. That's what he does. Yeah.
He has as many kickers as I do quarterbacks. Yes. Interesting.
Yeah.
I mean, they're not 3 good quarterbacks, but
let's see what Pat has in the queue. Pat, I don't mind this. I like what you're cooking up over here.
All right. Okay. Most of the stuff that I'm putting in the queue is what I remember from listening to Ben Gretsch on Siegel and Colin Kelly's draft.
I do think I need another drink for this. I thought I didn't need it, but I do.
You should get another drink.
I should.
What are you drinking Modelo's?
I had some coconut 1800 tequila on the rocks, which is gone, and some Modelo's.
Nice.
I'm gonna stick with the Modelo's here. Okay, Pat, I'll be right back. Keep the pace going. You have my. I saw the queue. I'm good with what's in the queue.
So how did you guys let Davis talk into Cooper ahead of Godwin, Moore?
Moore probably would have been the pick if we wanted to get into it, but we were selecting ADP so far ahead, or selecting wide receivers so far ahead of ADP that I kind of liked taking Cooper there. Partly because I don't have a lot of Cooper. Now we're on the clock here, so I want to keep things moving. How many? Oh, it's all kickers, huh? All kickers have gone off. Let's go with.
I think Minnesota defense for you here.
I think we should go with Jason Myers or Mason Crosby. What do you think, Pete?
Did you already have a kicker?
Or Brandon McManus, another kicker. All right, we'll go Jason Myers.
That's a good pick.
There comes a point in every 28-round best ball draft where you realize you don't have a single opinion about anything. And I have reached that point.
You have a third way to go.
What was your opinion on Amari Cooper? That was a question that Kevin asked while you were gone.
I mean, I prefer Godwin to Cooper. I even prefer Evans to Cooper. I prefer DJ Moore.
Yeah.
So here's the thing. I've been getting down on DJ Moore a little bit not in just regular 12-person leagues, but in the let's make our pick here. I've been getting down on the Panthers have a brutal playoff schedule.
Let's go with Indy defense.
Okay. The thing about defenses is they're not people and they can't get injured. So in the 21st round, I love taking guys that aren't people.
Did he take it? He took Tampa Bay defense.
Yeah.
Back to back. So for you guys at Cooper, here's what I was thinking. This is third round reversal. So I think with Cooper, he probably would have went after even Juju. So
I agree.
Instead of AJ Brown, so instead of Galladay, you get AJ Brown and Godwin. And I think that's a 2v2 that I'd be interested to hear about.
No, or I was thinking we could have gotten Godwin and Amari as opposed to Amari and Galladay.
Well, I think Cooper goes ahead of AJ Brown.
Dude, we got Galladay.
You wouldn't know it when we're looking to stack him. It was conveniently forgotten.
No, you're right. I think Cooper was a bad pick purely in the sense that even in this room, we probably would have gotten him in the early third.
That's what I'm saying. But without third round reversal, so maybe Davis was thinking that it wasn't third round reversal. And you guys definitely were. Yeah, I think that makes more sense.
And I didn't. It's like, Davis wanted Cooper. We weren't that psyched about Godwin, so we gave Davis Cooper. But if we had thought, I think we maybe all blanked out that we should make an argument against the guy who's probably going to go early third.
So Bubs McRoom wanted us to draft the Colts D in the 21st. Then we do, and he says, "Thank you, Pat. You're my favorite analyst of all time." I just want you to know that Pat and I are co-managing this. Every decision we make is a mutual decision where we confirm we're on the same page.
That's true.
So,
that is true.
I will accept your compliment as being one of your favorite analysts of all time. You're welcome. Wow, look at the defensive run here. The beast is being fully starved. Yoshi, I mean, dude, this guy Yoshi. I mean, I bet you wish another team moved to Los Angeles so you could draft their defense too, huh?
Who took Quintus Cephas? That's such a sick pick. He's getting so much buzz, dude. I've been grinding these Lions beats. They love him. He's going to be the slot wide receiver by the end of the year for sure.
Ex-Badger.
So,
Pat, when are we going to draft Tim Hightower? John Hightower.
I was hoping you wouldn't mention him because
I knew you were. I thought about saying that, and I was like, Pat's going to be upset when I actually say this.
You were right. No, I think Hightower's think Hightower is genuinely a good pick right now. Like, should be drafted in underdog best balls.
What do you think about so the Van Jefferson we dogged him in the rookie draft process, but he's getting some good camp hype.
He's gone.
I know. I want to ask him about Josh Reynolds versus Van Jefferson.
I'm still doing Reynolds. Like when I'm just drafting teams, and I'm looking for wide receivers late, I go Reynolds. But I have no problem with Jefferson when you have Goff, is like to fill out like stacking options. I think particularly as a stack, he makes a lot of sense because he probably will get better as the season goes on. And so you're looking for him as like one of those guys who might pop in week 14, 15, 16. And he's like a truly terrible prospect. His yards per route run sucked even out of the slot, which is where he's supposed to excel, but he's super old. But the team drafted him in the second round, and now they're really psyched about him. So he might get a lot of targets. And at a certain point, I'm just gonna be like, all right, you like this guy for some reason. Again, his cost is really, really cheap. You can get him whenever you want in the last round of underdog drafts. So there's really not any opportunity cost.
Yeah, I think on Dynasty we dogged him so hard, and I hate him there. He's like 24. That there's just nothing in his profile that I liked. But with the camp hype, the cost, etc., anything happens to Cup.
And I would also like, if for whatever reason there were some drafts where I actually do have him in Dynasty because he was so cheap. So in all like the analyst leagues, like he was just free.
Yeah.
So at a certain point, I am willing to scoop people up just based on draft capital. And in those leagues, like people haven't started knocking on the door yet. But if they do, like I'm not just going to give them away for free now because I kind of want to see what I have. So if you do have them, you might as well see it out.
People haven't come knocking on the door for Josh Reynolds, Pat?
For Van Jefferson.
Oh, for Van Jefferson. Okay.
Yeah, because I was getting him in like the fourth round of these.
I took him in the early fourth of a dynasty league.
Yeah.
But I will admit,
well, his second round pick.
I'm not waiting for anyone to knock on that door. I don't think that knock is coming.
Well, I mean, I don't know. If you could get him in the fourth round in the first place, the knock is probably not coming. You're right, but I imagine there must be a trade market somewhere for Van Jefferson with all the buzz. Kevin, are you seeing him go in trades?
No.
Okay.
No, nobody likes him.
Everyone hates him.
Everyone hates him. He's like, and it's funny with Van Jefferson, and we're seeing it with Fournette. It's like I call it stink cheese. It's like nobody wants to touch it. So even if anyone like would to tweet out your trade, it would be like just the worst.
Yeah,
you'd get ridiculed so hard that you're trying to buy Van Jefferson right now. So I mean, there's just a double effect there that this echo chamber goes in the opposite way sometimes with these draft picks. That the draft capital in the NFL just doesn't matter, and people just don't want him because he's so bad, and then people just move him down their ranks, so far that, yeah. But like you said, at end of the second, third round, I mean, if you get him in the third round of rookie drafts, it's like 10% hit rate no matter what. It's like just take it.
Right. That's how I feel. And you don't need this guy to ultimately pay off as like a player. Cordarrelle Patterson was drafted ahead of Sammy Watkins in 2014. People got super fucking hyped about Cordarrelle Patterson. So you're allowed to trade these dudes. So
all right, Pat, let's take a defense.
All right, let's take a defense. What defense do you like?
The one you put in the queue that I don't have an opinion about.
Well, let's talk through the defensive options a little bit because actually, no. Let's just take Dallas defense.
That's fine. Let's talk through our defensive options a little bit. Get the fuck out of here.
Good discussion.
Hey, again, Josh, I haven't forgotten about you. Someone in the chat thought you were dead, but I have a question for you. What is it? 10 p.m. there?
Yep, it is.
Okay, all right. Have you been drafted?
That's my bedtime.
Yeah, I know, isn't it? Past all of ours, but some of us have to get in the weeds here about defenses. Pat, what do we defense or kicker here?
Well, Cleggs I don't trust, so he needs a kicker. I imagine he'll go kicker here.
Yeah. We probably should grab our third kicker.
Or a third defense.
I think, what do we think is more important? I think kicker is more important right here. Or do you think defense?
I think we should. I'm actually. This is the funny thing. All right, he took. Ah, shit! He literally took the only kicker that I know of. Oh, no.
Getting sniped on kickers.
He didn't take our kicker. What happened to Bass? I put Bass in the queue. He's gone.
Why don't we take Lambo in case LaVisca gets stuffed at the goal line?
Tyler Bass is ranked in John Paulson's rankings.
Tyler who?
And this podcast is brought to you by 4for4.com.
Tyler who?
Tyler Bass. He's Buffalo's kicker.
Never heard of him in my life. Is Stephen Hauschka not?
13th ranked kicker, dude. 13th ranked kicker.
Stephen Hauschka isn't in the league anymore?
He got cut, dude.
My wife went to high school with him. She's going to be devastated when I tell her. All right. Take his replacement.
Yeah.
Hauschka got cucked.
Were you hoping for Tyler Bass there, Josh?
Yes, I was.
Oh, man.
Were you really?
Yeah, because I pulled up Paulson's rankings and saw that. I'm like, I'll get him right here.
Wow.
He's been the most accurate ranker for a long time.
Josh, what leagues are you in this year?
I'm in a couple FFPC ones.
Which ones?
The main events. I'm doing
nice.
I did a slow draft, and then I do another one the day after Labor Day.
Tell us your first 5 picks from your main event slow draft.
I was in the second spot, and let me pull it up here quick.
And I'm also curious because that's the setup
second.
that we did this year.
Yeah.
Did you do Labor Day post Labor Day draft last year?
Yeah, I did.
What was your opinion on drafting that draft last year versus the slow draft to start the year?
I kind of liked the slow draft at the start of the year. It was
Me too.
different, but I liked it.
It's pretty fun, like when you're used to that after Labor Day draft, to just kind of get whoever you want in that slow draft, I think.
Yep.
3 of these 4 kickers that went here had never heard of him in my life before. Josh Lambo's the only one I had heard of. Tyler Bass, Jace McLaughlin, and Joey Sly. There's a guy in the NFL named Joey Sly. It sounds like a character on Jersey Shore. Joey Sly.
Part of the reason I was pushing for kickers because there's sort of like a don't know who the fuck these guys are anymore equity that I want to
That's why I wanted Bass.
Yeah.
So here's my first.
Oh, good.
Oh, my first picks for that. I was the number 2 slot. I got Barkley. Then I went Godwin, Connor, and then I hammered wide receiver with McLaurin, Metcalf, Diggs, and Fuller.
Oh, you got Fuller in what round?
The 7th.
No.
Yeah.
Cancel the main event. Cancel the main event. That's not
awesome.
That's not allowed.
Dude. And then I got Fant, and then I hammered running back with Moss, Edmonds, and Pollard.
Jeez,
Oh,
cancel the main event. That one's invalid.
Wait, so Pollard then was the 10th?
The 11th round, I got Pollard.
What?
Yeah.
Oh, because you got Fant. Oh, man.
Yeah.
Cancel it. Not an even playing field.
And I got Chenault in the 15th, so pretty happy with that.
Wow. Oh, wow. You didn't have a co-manager that makes you reach 4 rounds ahead of ADP for all your guys?
We took Chenault before, you asshole. We got him in a bargain.
I wish we would have been a little more price sensitive about Rager. Too soon.
Because I think we got him in the 9th. It's probably where he's going to go now after missing a week.
People are still drafting him on underdog in the 8th.
Yeah, I mean, I think where would you take Rager now on underdog, Pete?
I think
you're a little bit more objective than me.
I think he should drop 2 to 3 rounds. I think he should be going in the 11th or 12th now. I definitely am taking Ruggs over him. I'm taking Chenault over him. I mean, 4 weeks. And again, if we've learned anything about fantasy football, like you have to err on the side of pessimism with injuries and coming back. And I was very excited about Rager, but I mean, it doesn't matter who it is. Like the 4-week thing, like that's a gut punch.
Well, it is.
Wasn't that the same thing with Debo? You guys were kind of hailing Debo the same way, and then you.
But the reports on Debo. No. First of all, the reports is Debo is going to be back week 1 or 2. And Rager's now it's saying like what, week 3 or 4? I mean, that's a difference to me. That's
No,
a
but I mean,
week 2 or
4 weeks ago, what you knew about Debo is what I'm saying. And I would treat Rager the same way, that you would apply that you really want to move him down 3-4 rounds, let someone else take him, kind of thing.
Yeah. No,
the thing with me on Rager is that I already have so much of him that for me, it's like, just if I'm being objective, he should probably fall into that like Laviska Shenault range, where he's like, I probably shouldn't take him to add to my portfolio at this point until the 12th or 13th round. That's where I take Laviska Shenault. Maybe most people take him later, but I do think that if you don't have a ton of Rager, then he's probably more like of an 11th round value.
yeah, and I mean when you do those,
so that's a pretty big discount.
yeah, well, that's what I was gonna say. Like, I mean, the wide receivers on Underdog are just, they get obliterated. I mean, it dries up so fast. But yeah, right now it'll be interesting to see if it corrects, because I think I did 3 Underdog drafts today, and there were no discounts on Rager on any of them. Like maybe a round, but he was still going 8th, early 9th in all of them, which is way too rich.
Here's another way to think about it. Like, I was taking him over Kirk. I know you already preferred Kirk over him, but at this point, Kirk is just an obvious pick over him. Hardman, you take over him now. Are you taking Ayuk over him, Pete?
That's getting close, because they're in a. I've pushed Ayuk down, so I'm not even taking Ayuk where I haven't been getting him in any drafts lately since the injury. I'm generally not drafting wide receiver in that range. I'm like grabbing Hardman or Kirk, and then I'm getting, Zach Moss, Phillip Lindsay, Tony Pollard, and then I will circle back around to grab a Shenault or fill out a stack with a guy like John Brown or somebody if I have Diggs or whatever. But I'm just not drafting wide receivers in that range. So yeah, like you said a second ago, he's in that Shenault range with me now.
Yeah, I think that's probably right. And he was going 2 to 3 rounds ahead of CeeDee Lamb, or at least 2 rounds ahead of CeeDee Lamb on Underdog, and I think that's got to change. Yeah. I would definitely prefer CeeDee Lamb over Rager right now, because CeeDee Lamb's been getting a ton of hype as well.
Yeah. All right, we need to take one of the last remaining defenses here. I don't know. I would say Arizona, Atlanta, Carolina, all the other names I'm reading off in ADP order.
I don't know anything about these defenses. I know Keanu Neal, I think, is going to be back this season for Atlanta, and we can pair him with our kicker, which might give us.
So Arizona is projected to play at a higher pace this year, which should put their teams.
Guys, the chat. If the chat could give us a kicker, you know what I mean. We need a defensive pick, please.
No, we need to. I just rallied the troops saying we just need to pick the Cardinals. The air raid is going to be the scare raid on defense.
This actually has. You don't want a ton of points scored against you.
Okay, then pick Carolina. I mean, there's literally 5 defenses left. They all
to snap pick Pete.
I'm trying. I literally have been snap picking.
I took Atlanta. Keanu Neal's the beast.
Don't act like you know. All right. At least we are done drafting kickers and defenses. Now we can go back to other players I don't know.
The things we like.
Steven Hauschka is still in the system here. By the way, free agent. Could be a nice
Honestly,
pick.
a smash pick for us here.
Oh, boy. Here we go. Put it in the queue.
It's already in the queue.
I don't see it. I'll refresh.
You aren't going to like it.
Oh, boy. I'd rather take the rookie.
I actually super strong defense take here, but why did Minnesota go so below Philly, Chicago, Tennessee? You guys went Indy even. I mean, that matters.
Like you want us to answer, but please tell us why.
Are you talking to me?
Minnesota.
Let us know. Let us know why you think.
They just added the Jaguars pass rusher there. I can't pronounce his name.
Ngakoue, right?
Yeah.
That was a contact tie. I don't click on those articles, but I saw the headline.
Yeah, I like Minnesota Vikings defense.
Pat, did you read the beat report about Cole Kmet?
Yeah, I tweeted that out.
You were the one that tweeted that out?
I'm one of the people who tweeted it out.
Then why are you pushing for the other guy?
Because he's going to start ahead of Cole Kmet.
I guess I just don't wear a condom when I draft, but sure.
All right, you know what, Pete? I like it. You're right. Let's go Cole Kmet here, baby.
That report made it sound like it was closer to a 50-50. I heard Cole Kmet was a beast. Some of us read The Athletic before it hits the paywall.
This
Josh?
is my favorite bit we have.
Josh, do you subscribe to The Athletic?
I do not.
Kevin, do you subscribe to The Athletic?
I do not.
Guys,
Welcome to the
hang
non-paywall.
on. I have a question. Does anyone who listens to Ship Jason subscribe to The Athletic, or is this just your contact time?
Why would any of us have to subscribe when you tweet
Exactly.
out literally
Get it
every
from you.
screen grab from The
I'm
Athletic?
just-
It's completely unnecessary. This
I'm
is the
just
equivalent.
distilling The Athletic? Is that
It's like when people share their HBO login from their parents, it's like we all have The Athletic login via Pat's Twitter feed.
Yeah. No, that makes a lot of sense. Or for Ray, it's like when people shared browsers passwords, Ray.
Oh my goodness. Kevin, is that over your shoulder? Is that a branded FF Engineer poster?
Yeah, canvas. Yeah.
I'm the white dude. Dude, that's sick. Hang on. I'm trying to
Get me on there.
Are you kidding?
hang on. No, listen. There's a new thing where I can drag and drop via StreamYard. They gotta put me on the payroll. I needed to go widescreen here. That is cool, dude. We need to get ship chasing ones of those made.
We
It
did.
was like $25. Cheap.
Kevin, will you put me in contact with your guy?
Yeah,
Put me in contact with your guy.
I will do that.
Hey, we talked about getting some ship chasing tanks. Do
We
that.
should. We should. Sun's out, guns out, no running backs out. People in the chat are so enthralled with the 25th round of our best ball draft that they're now talking about Jamal Murray on the Denver Nuggets, who I assume is going ham right now. I haven't watched much NBA action. It's kind of hard when you're having to fire at every single best ball draft imaginable.
Okay, I have some news here.
Oh boy, here we
I'm
go.
not going to reveal the source, but it is on Jalen Reagor.
Oh boy, here we go.
This is from Grinding the Dr. Beat. So the word is that this is similar, but probably not as bad to what Anthony Miller had in his rookie year, which means that Reagor will probably wear a harness. Obviously, that could limit his overhead reach. So this is something that we need to be cognizant of throughout the entire season. And it could be the type of thing that doesn't have too much of an effect, but he's probably going to get surgery in the offseason. So it's that type of injury. I would say it's more of a concern than just him missing a week or two.
That seems like a big concern.
Yeah, it seems like a big concern. I would bump him down, especially if you've been listening to this and you already have like a lot. I would bump him down.
Did you say a harness?
He will probably be wearing a harness.
It's like something like this.
Yeah. It's exactly like that.
Above his head reach will be very similar to that kid too.
Like, but Pat, the way you were delivering that, you had like a smile on your face, like you were excited about it. It sounded awful.
No, I'm not excited. I was probably concentrating and smiling because I'm drunk.
Focusing.
That was just my focused smile.
Yeah. You know, when the Lord takes away Reagor, he opens up a new apartment in Fort Greene or wherever you are.
Yeah, thanks, Pete. I already had that fucking apartment. I signed at least 2 weeks ago.
Did you already put up the thing behind you? That's your. Wait, are you in the new apartment now?
No, we moved.
Oh, okay.
We moved
I
on
was
Tuesday.
Yeah.
Dude, Perry drafting Greg Ward in the 25th.
Perry's
Way
sure.
ahead of us on the labor.
Way ahead of us on the labor.
This is thin.
Thin, that's a nice way to put it. We're entering the home stretch here, folks. 3 rounds. This is where I rally the troops once more. We came this far. We can't stop with the snap picking. It's time to prove the haters wrong. They said you couldn't do a 28-round best ball draft in under 2.5 hours, but we can. All right, time for – wait, what is the kicker that Cleggs took there? Does that say Liram Hallelujah?
Dude, Equinemius St. Brown got taken? God damn it. That's who I wanted. Who took him?
What is that?
Who is that?
No.
The kicker or
That
Brown?
kicker.
Yeah, I don't know.
Here we go. We're doing some deep dive research, guys. Is this guy, where's he from? He's from the Socialist Autonomous Province of Kosovo.
We're up next, dude. I don't know the fuck we're taking.
All right, I just want to figure out who Liram is here in a sec.
Actually, I know who we're taking.
This is
I have a
Rams.
pretty good idea of who we're taking.
Whatever.
All right, dude. I think we should take Olabisi Johnson.
Okay. I actually like that. I mean, or is Tajay Sharp the third there?
No, Olabisi's the wide receiver
No.
2 there.
Jefferson will be third.
Wait, you don't think Jefferson's the 2?
According to the beats, Olabisi's the 2.
Yeah.
All right,
Yeah.
I've only been able to read 2 sentences. So I'll take your word for it.
Like almost all of Jefferson reps are with the second team, which is not a good sign for the first round pick.
No, he's not having a good camp.
No.
Shit, we're up next. I've run out of picks, Pete.
All right.
Actually, I have one more pick.
Hang on. I'll give you a pick. And you'll fuck.
Oh,
We're just showing our queue.
big equity. I mean, come on. Is Laird gone?
Oh, yeah. I forgot I was showing the kid. Laird got hurt in practice the other day. Been wearing the red jersey.
All the defenses are gone.
What
All the
about
kickers that I've heard of? Are
what
gone.
about Darwin, Pat?
I will say
Darwin's fine. I kind of like the idea of getting a few more wide receivers because we actually don't have that many.
there's a tight end you've taken in the third round still available.
Asi.
Asi is available, dude. Let's take Asi.
Sure. Aussie.
Yeah, I think he might be their starting tight end.
All right, guys, I'm going back to my deep dive here about Liram. 1990, a Canadian gridiron football place kicker for the Los Angeles Rams. He's a two-time Canadian Football League East Division All-Star and became a Grey Cup champion with the Toronto Argonauts after kicking a game-winning field goal in the 105th Grey Cup. I'll never forget where I was on that day. He was born in Kosovo and fled to Canada when he was 8 years old on a refugee flight to escape war. Holy shit. On April 13th, 2020, he signed a contract with the Rams. So is this the Greg the Leg handcuff?
Greg the Leg's on Dallas, dude.
Okay, then who's the starting kicker on the Rams?
I have no idea.
This is
But that's why. So Greg the Leg was who Davis put in our chat, and that's why, because he's hyped about Dallas, like everybody, but also because Silva was talking to him.
Sorry, guys, just using this stream to do a little bit of my kicker research here. Place kicker Sam Sloman. So Cleggs has inside info about Liram overtaking Sam Sloman to become the starting kicker here. What, Cleggs, what do you know that we don't know about the Rams kicker situation? I do like the Liram story.
Joe Reed goes.
Oh, he handcuffed him. He's worried about Sam not
Oh,
getting. It all makes sense now. Cleggs, I see what you're doing, buddy, and I like it.
so he really has two kickers, but just a handcuff.
Yeah, man, that's what Kevin was going to try to do with Herbert. Is Herbert still on the board? No, you ended up taking him.
Yeah.
And you got your guy Joe Reed. Heard he's going to be doing punt returns. That should come in handy.
No Mike Williams. I think there's no wide receiver 2 there.
There's some other wide receiver that's supposed to be taking over the Mike Williams role, though.
Oh, here we go, Mr. Athletic.
No, this actually was an Adam Levitan tweet, but I can't remember the name of the guy.
Jennings is the other guy, but
The Gunner? Was that the name of the dude?
Oh, yeah, that guy Gunner.
Someone in the chat has been telling us to take Gunner. I think that's probably why.
What is he on the Chargers?
Yeah.
no.
What's his name?
I don't know his name.
Who is Gunner on? Okay, I don't want American football Gunner. So, here we go.
No, it's Patriots. Right?
Oh, okay.
Which I don't
okay.
even see how he
Guyton.
makes the team unless
Jalen Guyton is the guy that is supposed to be taking over for Mike Williams.
Oh, of
He
course.
drafted free agent last year.
This is who all the Patriots guys love. Another little white slot wide receiver. Yeah, hard to believe that Patriots Nation is rallying behind this guy.
Yeah.
Guys, we have one more round. We have did it.
We're almost
We
there.
have done it. I can't tell.
We have did it. We have did it.
We have did it. Josh,
Well,
What's
I
your
was gonna
last
say?
tip it.
I
Tip it
I
right
have
now.
no idea.
Who does Darnell Mooney play for? Someone tell me.
Darnell Mooney plays for the Chicago Bears. He's a speed receiver. They took in the 5th round.
Jesus, you're sick.
I know, dude.
Sick.
You got to give me a minute, because I'm full bottle of champagne now, but I can still tell you that.
It's incredible.
Isaiah Coulter, nice pick here. I do like it. Let's see. What else we got? I haven't been looking too much at the board. KJ Hamler went in the 22nd round. That's a pretty sweet value despite the hamstring injury.
Why don't you want to take Alshon?
Because he's going to be on the pup for the first 6 weeks.
Sounds like Rager.
Ouch, dude. Ouch. Let's see. Kendrick Bourne I don't love.
Wait, Bourne's available?
No, he's gone. I'm just looking at some wide
I
receiver
like the
picks.
Bourne pick.
Do you? In the 17th?
What do you think about Dante Pettis?
Oh, in the 17th. I thought it was like in the 20th.
Dante Pettis. To me, if you're going to take a stab on the 49ers offense, at this point, I'd probably go with Jordan Reed. Because he's been lighting up camp, and we know he can play. He's just been obviously had horrible luck with concussions.
Pat, I actually have one for us here.
Yeah, well, good. Yeah, you just put it in. Pete, everyone can see what you're doing.
I know. I don't care at this point. I want to draft Mike Davis. I dare you. I dare one of you to draft Mike Davis. I dare you.
John Hightower just went. How did we forget about John Hightower? We were talking about him so long ago.
You tell me. I can easily forget about John Hightower.
I forgot about him. Let's take Antonio Gandy Golden.
No.
Let's take Quez Watkins, dude.
Mike Davis. Mike Davis
We don't need Mike Davis, dude.
He's a heartbeat away. A heartbeat away.
What happens to McCaffrey? I think they're going to use Samuel.
I don't know if you've been reading
Patrick Laird, dude. The biggest troll equity of the entire night took Patrick Laird, the 3rd to last pick of the draft. You didn't even bring up his name, Pete. That in a 28-round best ball, I would like to be known that you didn't even mention him and you want us to take Mike Davis.
He's looking over my shoulder, like always. Take Mike Davis. It's a good pick. It's the shot.
All right. Fine.
We needed one more running back. I've actually run some of my regression simulations on this format, and you want 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 running backs is optimal. So getting Mike Davis here is just a smash pick.
Did the Bengals and not Gio, the other guy, Travion Williams, go?
He went. We just had a sick run. Travion Laird, Mike Davis. I mean,
If those migraines are lingering into the season. It'd be interesting if Mixon misses games.
All right, folks, we did it. Josh, real quick, recap your team, and then we're going to vote you off the island. It's been a pleasure hanging out with you tonight. Tell us how you feel about this draft.
I feel pretty solid. Got 2 solid RBs and then just hammered wide receivers and got my tight ends, quarterbacks, and then hit defense kicker and finished it off with a bunch of running backs that hopefully hit.
There you go. Looks good. Kevin, give
Thanks,
us the rundown.
boys.
It was great having you, Josh.
Great having you.
Later.
See you, buddy.
Hey, Josh.
All right, Kevin. You got
Yeah,
14 seconds to recap your team, and then I'm booting
Started heavy 4 wide receiver. Wanted my flex 2 with top 12 upside with Keenan potentially. I like him. You guys hate him.
Hey, no, Kevin.
Jones.
I'm coming around. I'm coming around on Keenan without Mike Williams now. I drafted him in an underdog today. I'm coming around.
Yeah, I debated Metcalf there, 50-50. I think Metcalf has really good top 15 to 18 upside, but I think Keenan has that top 12 upside as my second flex. So really dominate 2 flex, 2 wide receivers there. And then Chris Carson, and didn't expect Ronald Jones in this draft to come back in the 6th round. That one threw me off a little bit, but I felt like it was a smash pick. Got Judy thinking I would get Locke later. And then I was thinking you guys would look at second tight end, but then you went on that running back run. So I didn't think Hawkinson would come back to me. Wanted him. And then after that, after I got Hawkinson, it was basically get as many 0 RB targets as I could with Edmonds, Scott, Cohen. And then moving down a little bit, this is probably where I should have transitioned to quarterback, but I didn't expect that run. There was a couple runs that hit me, that 13th and 15th. Those 2 hit me pretty hard. So I think that's my biggest fail right there, is that not hitting a quarterback there, and then got locked into Tyrod.
I don't mind it though. Both the Chargers and the Dolphins have super nice playoff schedules, so if you can make it there, you could push hard. Kevin, thank you for joining us tonight.
Yeah, man, always great. Really enjoying every week. You guys crush it.
Thanks, man. Looking forward to the Beantown draft. Looking forward to not having to draft with Pat on that one. And go get my guys, you know?
Yeah, my wife asked me what special you want to do.
Like a 15% exposure on Ronald Jones speak. Give me a break.
What did you say, Kevin?
My wife asked me, what do you want to do special on your birthday night? I said, I want to draft Beantown Raw.
There you go. There you go. Well, now that I know it's your birthday, I'll make sure I send a singing telegram to your house when you're on the clock. All right, Kevin. We'll see you.
Yeah, take it easy. Thanks, guys.
All right, Pat. We're winding this down. Recap our team.
Let's recap our team. Man, Pete, what I feel like I learned about our team tonight is that it's not a good idea to draft with everyone drunk and the people who aren't drunk, Davis. That's what I learned. What did you learn?
I learned that sometimes that you have to make picks that aren't optimal to appease your co-managers. And that's kind of the hard lesson I learned today.
All right, good. So I think that starting Travis Kelce at the 11 hole is not a terrible pick, but it does feel a little bit sort of like an FF Pete Z pick to me.
Who would you have taken there instead?
Well, no, I mean, obviously that was the pick at that point, but doesn't it sort of feel like we went Kelce because we're so used to FFPC?
No, that's what I'm saying. You can have a mulligan. Who do you take?
Let's see. If I can start the 3 rounds over with people that are available, then I probably would go. Man, do you think that I would have gone like maybe Hopkins, DJ Moore? No, because then we don't get a tight end. You're right. Kelce was the pick. I think the bad pick was Amari Cooper. We could have gotten DJ Moore. Don't you wish you had DJ Moore instead of Amari Cooper?
I like Godwin over DJ, and I like Evans. So I'm.
Is that a exposure thing, or you just prefer those guys? Like if you were the only draft you had all season, you wouldn't take DJ first?
No, I would. Here, my honest thing is I would go Godwin, DJ, Evans,
Okay.
Juju, Amari.
Okay.
Yeah. And so
Yeah.
to your point, I think we could have gotten one of those other wide receivers and we would have been guaranteed like either Juju, AJ, or Amari on the bring back.
Yeah.
But I don't mind it. Like, at the end of the day, what? Godwin versus Amari and Amari versus Galladay, like whatever. It's all pretty close.
Well, let's be honest. I mean, we were kind of fucking around on this draft. Let's look at some of the other teams because there's like some real stakes here. You get a free entry here if you win this league into the KFFSC main event next year, which then has some pretty sweet prizes. One of which would be an entry into the FFPC main event, so you can kind of free roll your way into a $1,900 entry. What teams jump out to you, Pete? Who do you like?
Yeah, I like the two other teams that jump out for me. I like Perry's team out of the one hole, and she obviously benefits from any team that starts with Christian McCaffrey. Looks nice. She's a teeny bit thin at wide receiver, but I think you could say that about most teams. And then I also like Paul's team a lot. It has the construction I like with starting with a bunch of wide receivers, get the elite tight end. He gets the stack, Matt Ryan to Ridley. And I like his 0 RB targets. I'm not a Mac guy, but Dobbins, Breida, Darrell, DeAndre Washington, Burkhead, Jackson, like those are all nice picks. Who jumps out for you?
Well, yeah, those teams jump out to me too. I think that the team that strikes me as like almost I like that Ray kind of played the villain tonight because he went with Ezekiel Elliott, Joe Mixon, Josh Jacobs, James Conner, and then he comes back with Jamison Crowder, which almost felt like a fuck you as like a wide receiver pick that is like very high floor, low upside. You know what I mean? Like if we were to start, I'm sure he likes Jamison Crowder. Whatever, it's fine. But if we were drafting this team, Jamison Crowder wouldn't be the guy. Deontay Johnson, who he got next, would have been. I think he got Jamison Crowder, and then he wrapped and got Deontay Johnson. And then A.J. Green, Deshaun Jackson, and then Brashad Perriman. So he does have like an okay wide receiver core. I can't rule him out. And he has that 4 running back start, which he's the only guy to go with more than 3 running backs in the first 4 rounds. More than 2 running, or no, sorry. He's one of 2 teams to go with 3+ running backs in the first 4 rounds. Paul Meyer also went 3 running backs to start with Kamara, Drake, and Chubb.
Yeah, I also like Harbs' team, similar to Bergeron, the 4 wide receivers and 5. He gets. I think Singletary in the 10th is a really nice a pick. I mean, we're all a Zach Moss family here, but Singletary isn't going away. He's going to have a role, and I think in the 10th, that's a really nice pick. We're definitely bullish on Moss, but I mean, Singletary, I think, is still going to be the lead back there. So that's a nice pick. This was a super fun draft. It was fun to see a draft, the hypothetical, what happens if a bunch of 0 RB drafters, like you said, Ray played the villain, but otherwise most teams were really trying to scoop up those wide receivers, and we just saw some absolute hilarious falls relative to consensus ADP.
What's the funniest fall to you? Leonard Fournette at the 8-11 is pretty awesome.
It's tough to beat Leonard Fournette at 8-11. Here's the thing. The real thing would have been, so Le'Veon Bell, like the bad reports and stuff came out. So at 10, what, 4? I mean, that's pretty funny. But yeah,
I guess Leonard Fournette's 802. Sorry, because this 3rd round reversal screwing me up. David Montgomery going at the 1306.
Actually, yeah, Gurley's really funny too. Yeah, Gurley and Fournette are really funny.
Yeah, because Gurley goes 804.
Yeah. All right, guys. I think we're gonna wrap this up. This was super fun. Definitely gonna make this a new annual tradition. Also, shout out. I know a bunch of people submitted to get into the league. our pal Michael, aka FF Sphinx, he started to put together some satellite listener leagues for the people who submitted for this league but didn't get in. So we're going to get those spinned up. Those will be slow drafts over email because I can't be drinking on a school night this many times before the start of the season. But we will be back on Wednesday. Should we tease the guest now or just save it as a surprise, Pat?
I kind of like saving it as a surprise, dude.
Let's save it as a surprise. We have a big guest we're excited about. We're going to do another draft on stream, try to get as many drafts done before the season starts. Guys, we are a week and a half away, and this has been a super fun drafting season. So for Pat in his new apartment, in his warm champagne, for myself and my, I guess, decently cold Modelo, thank you, Ship Chasing fam. You guys are the best. We will see you on Wednesday.